decision just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat keep on gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. To spoon. You want to get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah. Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? This one you back today.
Okay, Spoon FM, Spoon TV, Spoon Radio, Spoon Entertainment. This is the Spoon Network. This is Liberia's biggest media platform. This is where Liberians across the world gather every single day to get the news, to get the updates, to get to know what's happening across the country, what's happening at the ministries, the agencies, to know what the policymakers are doing. The Spoon Network is dishing out Liberia's very best. And we'd like to say welcome again. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're here as usual, live across the Spoon Network on Spoon FM 107.5. We're live on Fabric Radio 101.1 and other frequencies across Liberia. We're live on Trust FM in Nimba County, Premier FM in Bunk, Trend Radio in Grand Crew, Radio Yalaman in Seclipia, Nimba County. We're beaming live in Grand Crew County as well, and all of those local radio stations that are relaying the program. We appreciate everyone for joining us tonight. We're also streaming live across the internet. We're live on Facebook, Spoon TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV. We are live as well on YouTube. Our YouTube handle is Spoon Talk Live, and I want to welcome everyone tonight. Thanks for joining us here on Liberia's premium talk show on radio and online, the Spoon Talk. My name is Nelson Colette. As usual, we're going to open the phone lines and hear from you, know what your thoughts are, what is it you want to talk about. But happy holidays to all of you across the country. Today is William V.S. Totman's birthday. November 29th is a national holiday here in Liberia. And I know a lot of the folks across the country have gone about their activities. Some people going for maximum entertainment now. A lot of people spend their time on the beaches and just spending time with family and all of that, which is a very good thing to do. And we appreciate the fact that we can all come together here again, as we always do, to talk Liberia, to know what the happenings are, and to get all of the updates across the country. So thanks for joining us tonight. The CEO will be coming on shortly, and the rest of the team. Once they get here, I'll be turning controls over to them. But while we're trying to do that, or while we are with that, let's go to the phone lines and hear what your thoughts are. What is it you want to talk about tonight? Is it about the health sector, the educational sector? Do you want to highlight some issues relative to sanitation in your environment, the economy, political issue, religious issues, entertainment, and just whatever that issue of concern is? You can go right ahead and do that now by calling 0555-101075. 0555-101075 is the number to call. I'm going to put the WhatsApp number up as well, so you can make your input via WhatsApp. Those of you who are not in Liberia, you can call the WhatsApp number and make your inputs. And yes, let's hope we can get the show started like this, with a whole lot happening across the country. In terms of the updates, most of you must have followed today when the president of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Yuma Boakai, The vice president of the Republic of Liberia and other top officials of government visited the bereaved family of the fallen senator, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. They went at his residence in Painesville, and yes, that unfolded today. A couple of days ago, most of you also saw that the as on the e-mention where the president of Liberia has given an ultimatum to those in public service to declare their asset. You know, a period, a time frame has been given, and this is coming right after the finance minister declared his asset. And asset declaration has been a major conversation in the country. The president gave a warning some time back for public officials to go ahead and declare the asset. And so this, according to the e-mansion, is the final warning for public officials, those in public offices who are supposed to declare the asset, who are yet to do so, to do just that. And if that's not done, then some actions will be taken. You know, so that's another important update there. So we'll be looking forward to see how that goes, especially with the ultimatum from the president for public officials to go ahead and declare their asset. And that there is there is there's also an executive order.
I mean, you don't know how to read. Why you stuttering?
No,
You-
I doing something, you know.
Finish, and you can be really you're a national set, but man, you can be reading like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I was trying to open something up, you know, why doing that, or at the same time. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. But
Yeah,
it's
you are you giving an announcement? Then from there you go to the phone line, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so then I'll be back. Do your thing. Everybody's getting on, getting ready. Folks want to say thank you very much again. Come. We got a lot to discuss about. Don't forget tomorrow, Joseph Burger's birthday.
Oh wow.
The same day that Money Captain leaving the stage, Joseph Burger coming. But that's a sad day in the country, right? Should the president even celebrate his birthday, knowing very well that Prince Johnson is dead? You know, Prince Johnson passed away. I mean, should Unity Party even celebrate? We're gonna discuss these and many more. So invite your friends, right? Fred Yenny, Lasana Dukley, Aaron Toll, David want to say Bintu Masakwe, Abraham Neal. Like, again, my thing is that is it a good time for President Waka to celebrate his birthday? You know, the country is not in a good place right now. Things are hard. Uh, the man that championed Nimba to bring President Waka to power, he's dead. Just yesterday. And I think and people are mourning. The people of Nimba are mourning. The people of Liberia are mourning. Should the president celebrate? Is it a joyful time for Liberia that the president should celebrate his birthday? We're going to have a great show today. And don't forget also the National Insurance Company of Liberia. Massive corruption at that place also. We'll talk about that. Don't forget the fight between FIA and Medtech/LRA. They're charging you triple. We want to talk about that also. And the big fight now for Nimba County. And you know, the big thing that is happening in Nimba County, let's talk about it. So share the show and get your popcorn, get yourself adjusted. Nelson gonna do all of his announcement while I finish eating my potato green rice from yesterday. So how you call that one, Kobo?
Correct.
Correct, yeah, from Thanksgiving yesterday. But it's nice though. It is better today than yesterday. Because there was so many food, right? So the Thanksgiving leftover tastes better today than yesterday. But I want to say to all of you, I mean, just the key question for you tonight, is it the best time for President Bwaka. We see them posting at the ministerial complex and decorating and put a B sign on and say, come on, it's a sad time, but we're going to hear from you. So Nelson, do your announcement, and go ahead. And we got announcement also for the station, how you're going to make money through Spoon Network. We want to put that announcement out. I will be giving you that announcement. These breaking news and these commercials that are coming for Christmas, those advertisements, if you bring business to the network, you get certain percentage off. Again, we're going to talk about it and all the other stuff that's happening. 1 year in this government, man, things doesn't look right. It's not adding up, and we're going to give you something, and we're going to show you something that you have not seen and you've not heard today. It's going to be a wonderful news, a wonderful show today. We ain't got nowhere to do. Today is Friday. And we got a special music that is not copyright because we're going to dance, we're going to ball. But we can't ball, we can't dance because PYJ is there. We are mooning. We are mooning. Okay? So Nelson, take it away. I'll be joining you very, very, very shortly.
Yes, sir. Yes. So I'll be going to the phone lines shortly, but yes, again, just with respect to that piece of information, 10 days deadline for public officials. It starts on the 27th of November. So it means that within 10 days, all public officials are expected to declare their asset within that period. That's in line. That's in line with Article 10.2. That's 10.2 of the Code of Conduct for public officials, 2014, and all of that. So the president is big on that. You also have an interim management team has been set up as well at the LEC, and a lot more happening across the country. We're going to come back, but let's take your calls now. Let's know what your thoughts are. Let's go to the phone lines and hear you talk about those different issues of concerns. 0555-101075 is the number to call, and you'll be live. This first caller. Hello.
Hello, Nelson.
Yes, sir. Hello. You are live on the show. Let's hear you, sir.
My name is Joe K. Divani.
Okay.
A family member of the 40 hero of Nimba, Senator Prince Y. Johnson. We are not happy. The people of Nimba, we are very flabbergasted. The President of the Republic of Liberia for not paying key attention to our 40 hero. No, the senator complained few months back that the president refused to pick his calls. He's not fucking with him. That alone was trauma. And looking at our deal, who built processes and told us love unity party for the sake of our son in person on Jeremiah Banku, and which we did in numbers. You saw that numbers. Nimba gave very good number. But for the president, His Excellency, to our 40 in this minor, we are not happy with the president. But nevertheless, we want to say thank to His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, by standing by the Johnson and the Vanny family to console us and even doing more better for our 40 hero. He did well.
Thank you.
Honorable Vice President, Nimba is for you. The Johnson is with you now. And the Vanny family, we beg you, please, low back.
Thank you.
The tears is many. They are crying, Your Excellency. Mr. President, we love you. Nimba not hate you. But you treated our 40 hero bad. That trauma alone leading. But peace be to his actions. Senator Johnson, we love you. Nimba miss you.
Thank you.
Papa.
Thank you.
Papa.
Thank you very much.
Rest well. Sleep well. Sleep in peace, Daddy. We miss you. Papa.
Thanks a lot for your input. Hello. Your name and where you calling from? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. You're live. Let's hear you.
Thank you, my co-founder brother. Well, Mohammed and Ananchion, CP for 16.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mohammed. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. You know, Nelson, for me, let me further say happy pre-predicted birthday to my President Joseph Jimapuaga Senior.
Yeah, and you mean happy pre-birthday, right?
Yeah, happy pre-birthday.
Okay.
I'm sorry to say belated because happy
Okay.
pre-birthday because tomorrow is his birthday. For me, the president shouldn't celebrate his birthday tomorrow. Okay, because based on the situation of the Johnson yesterday. So I think the president should then visit the home of Senator Johnson tomorrow to just spend some time with his family, more beside with his wife.
Okay.
To see how bad, to have a birthday day to the home tomorrow.
Okay.
That's my concern to that on the platform.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your input. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Do you have a radio on in the background? I'm hearing myself. Is it possible that
Yes,
you
I'm off the radio.
Okay.
This is Spongy Newman. I call from Lover Street.
Okay.
Yeah. As concerning national issues in Liberia, one of our great sons, uncle, idol, passed away. So it is more prudent to look forward and see how well we all can get together and ask God to be with this strong fallen man from Nimba County than the president celebrating his birthday tomorrow. Let us show an act of concern and sincerity that we all Liberians, we are one people, and if anything happened to one person, it happened to every one of us. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for your input tonight. 0355 Hello? Hello? You are live? Let's hear you. Yeah, hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you are live on the show. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, you are live. Can you hear me? Too bad we lost that caller. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. You are live. Let's hear you.
Okay, I'm calling from Virginia, Prince. We are.
Okay, Prince. Let's hear you. Sir.
Yeah, we sit every night and listen to the talk show on Spoon FM. We follow every other information that you guys bring out, and we are grateful for that. But there are some other issues that I've been thinking about that I want to project this evening that the CEO can think about it, and then they can see how best to come up with it.
Okay.
There are other professionals show, and I think they can come up with this idea that they can some teaching programs that they will be able to teach other people during a day, choose a day and teach people on a specific topic like we got mental health or other issues. There are other things that happen to people. Not every day politics we listen to it every day. Things is not changing, and we just there in one cycle. We have to change the course of time and see how best to bring some educated programs that will help other people.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your input. We appreciate you, sir. Hello. Can you please walk away from your radio? Can you please lower the volume of your radio, please?
Hello.
Okay, go ahead, sir. You're live.
Thank you very much. I'm so grateful to appear on this evening again. I want to give you one important information last night, but my phone will not pick up.
Okay.
So many rejoicing about the death of Prince Johnson. But for me, I'm very, very sorry because Prince Johnson today, I'm alive as Prince Johnson. The man who killed my father today in the war name is I will call his name. My whole generation, including my mother. But not Prince Johnson today, we're going to be on the ground. But by the grace of God, Prince Johnson saved our life.
Hello. Too bad. It's like, hello. Are you still with us? Hello. Hello, sir. Okay, too bad. We lost that person. Hello. 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 Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. You're live on the show. Let's hear you.
Mr. Bola, speaking from Nimba County.
Let's hear you, sir.
You are trying to tell me it's president birthday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If it is so, I don't want Liberian people to run with it. This man is the man who gets feelings for human regarding about anything.
Okay.
If at all tomorrow, my uncle got up and said, well, I know Prince Johnson go. I'm going to celebrate my birthday. Then I do with you. But I know it will make you get a feeling. Who knows tomorrow? You getting ready after tomorrow to pray. Who knows? So I don't want you to have no bad feelings. And let's just look. You see, you hear, and you smell.
Thank you.
People live on rush, you may say a word before it is. So I want to tell the people, like that we should get there and let the reach. If the president does, or if he celebrates his birthday, well, we all know what president is celebrating his birthday. I know one area or what.
Thank you.
But we'll see tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your input. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Okay, so let's see if we can take another person from here. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
Say good afternoon from my end here. I'm calling from Columbia, Maryland, USA. My name is Sabi Johnson.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, it's good to have you.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Well, when I heard the news yesterday, because first when I woke up from bed, I just saw, because mostly when I woke up from bed, I would look at my phone and look at the update of Liberia. The first thing that popped up was Prince Johnson death. I took it for joke, but later on, then I called to inquire back home and see what's true. And let me say this to people today. Although even Joe, we are in power, he was in power, people talk bad about him. He had the power today. We pray that things will be better. This is my sympathy for Prince Johnson because when I was in Liberia, Prince Johnson helped my family, my entire family. He didn't kill my family. He gave them food until throughout the war. Today, even my mother said when she heard the news, she felt so bad. And I must say thank to Prince when he was living, he did well for my family. Even his General Vani, son of Vani, his brother, they all helped us over there a lot. Now, one day I was in problem with anybody. So may his soul rest in peace to the people of Nimba County. We are with you people. We will always stand by you, and we are your uncle, you are our nephew. So don't listen to the, how you call it, social media. Forget about it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your input. We'll go back to the phone line and take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're live. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah. Quickly, this is Joe Van. So we now want the president to bring the World Crown Code. Nimbayans, we are now prepared for the World Crown Code. If President Waka mean well for the country, the World Crown Code comes. If we don't bring it, we will advocate for World Crown Code. We need World Crown Code now. The World Crown Code comes. And I think President Waka is not happy. We want World Crown Code. Please.
Thank you. Thank you.
We want World Crown Code now. We will not advocate for World Crown Code. That World Crown Code comes. We set the part now. We want World Crown Code.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hello. Your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you. Hello.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Cole, how you doing?
Yes, sir. You're live on the show. Let's hear you.
Thank you. This is CDC Papi Success Keita. I do join you from the Avenue of Honorable Josiah Mervyn Cole this afternoon to be preserved Banga Bon County.
Go ahead.
Well, Mr. Cole, thank you for having me tonight. My concern have to do with Honorable Prince Jamun Moy, the Senator of Bon County, that choose to be governor of Bon County. I'm so disappointed in him this afternoon in Bon County. And can you imagine, Kola? I tried to send you the video. Prince Moy made a statement the evening they have a program here, which is some of the lawmakers from the majority bloc. They appear today for the program. Richardson, Jean Kola, and the rest of the people. And Prince Moy was able to announce to the people of Bon County to have the second speaker here for the 55th legislature of House of Representatives. Can you imagine the senator of the county telling the people of Bon County, say the second senator is here? I mean, I'm sending the video to you right now so you can listen to it on your WhatsApp. I'm highly disappointed him in the country.
So why are you disappointed, sir?
Why the sitting senator of the county where Nas Richardson told the people of Bon County, say, who have the second senator of 55th legislature. For God's sake, man, in our country, this is the first time in history for a senator to say publicly and tell the Liberian people, say, second speaker.
Thank you.
To the people of Bon County.
Thank you, sir. Thanks
so
a lot.
Disappointing, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for your input. Dr. Richardson, welcome, ma'am. It's good to see you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Nelson. Unfortunately, I will have to mute myself because I'm still at a family gathering, but needed to come here to just make sure that everybody's okay and to say hello to the Liberian people. So, how are you doing today?
Yes, I'm doing good. I'm okay. Yesterday was holiday there. Today is a holiday here, so it's like it's been double holiday on Spoon Talk since
yes, absolutely.
From two locations, the U.S. and Liberia. So yes.
Today is it Tatma's birthday celebration or you guys?
William V.S.
You know, a couple of years ago, I observed that I think Liberian have turned Tubman's birthday into the beach day. I may be wrong about that, but I noticed there was an influx of Liberians going on the beach on Tubman's birthday. Are they still doing that? Is this still
a lot, Dr. Richardson, and you are just right about that. That's the time when a lot of people go to the beaches, and you know it's more celebrated at beaches, you know, and just like that.
You know, and another thing, I'm sure you guys spoke about this yesterday. I also heard a caller speaking about this. Unfortunately, is a day that a lot of Liberians have mixed emotions. You know, hearing about the passing of Senator Prince Johnson, and I know you guys did a great job speaking about that yesterday, but I wasn't on yesterday. Hold on, let me just take care of some background noise.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll get Dr. Richardson to come back once she's made the necessary adjustments. She's going to come back, but we're going to keep taking your calls here tonight. Let's see. Okay, we lost this person from the WhatsApp line. Let me go back to take more of your calls. 0555-101075 is the number to call. I'll have to put the WhatsApp number up so we get more of your calls coming from there. Let's take this person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from? Yes, we are live on the show. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Hello? Oh, what's going on? Our Spoonman network cracking to nail. Hello? Too bad we lost him. Let's bring another person in. Seeing we have to do some adjustment here. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir. You are live on the show. Your name?
I'm Mohamed Baka Sete, speaking from Orovia.
Baka, let's hear you. What's on your mind tonight?
Happy birthday to my old man, my niece, and the President of the Republic of Liberia. I wish him many, many years to live. And I have my sympathy to the Johnson family. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for your input, sir. Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
I'm Sekou Kuruma calling you from Pujoga, Freeport.
Okay, go ahead, Sekou. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yeah, Nelson, what on my mind is this. Ministry of Transport not doing well for us.
How?
Gasoline prices have come down, as we people can see. But up to now, they have not come out to regulate can make tested job multiple still collecting the same old fare from us. Even you get a $50, that probably they won't fire you while they're buying gear for 600, 590, 620. For almost 2 to 3, 4 months now, gasoline price came up at 700. But the price of the transport still the same. Ministry of Transport. The 6 seconds now they're looking at it. But as soon as gas price go up, transport can be the first to increase the transportation fare. But when it drop, they can't bring it down until the minister come up. But up to now, 3 to 4 more now, Nelson. Gasoline price a big time. 600 for gasoline now, 590. But free put $1, $100, free put $250, 150. You get $100, they won't for you.
Wow. Thank you.
That's well very on my mind, Nelson.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I was monitoring the station every day and night. Live, audio. Let the CEO talk about it tonight.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot. We hope the relevant authority will make some interventions. So, CEO, you want us to?
You're gonna decrease your height?
Yeah, I want to decrease. I want to decrease my height.
So, Lord, I decrease that you can increase in me. And gave me a divine overflow that I can deliver for the people of Liberia. Dr. Francine Chinaway, Special Richardson, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm still celebrating the holidays. It's been a lot of eating and resting. So you guys, please pardon me. I have a lot of background noise going on, but we'll manage today. I just want to say hello to the Liberian people. It's eating season, as I told Nelson previously. How are you doing, Stanton?
Thank God, all is well. We are grateful. We are thankful to God that again, I come from eating some old soup from yesterday, which is the best, by the way. You know, but I want to say it's good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and the family. All the money that was collected on your behalf, can you share with us?
You collected money on my behalf?
Somebody sending messages to everybody saying them I gave 1,000, 1,005.
That is so true. That is so true. So I'm happy that you made that announcement. For those of you who are not aware, my Facebook, my WhatsApp page was hacked, and a prince somebody told me, so this person is a prince going around. I won't call it nationality, but it said, I'm sure you get understand when I said it, prince going around saying that.
Why are you having the nationality? Who cares? Tell us the story. I mean, how did that happen though? Did you open a wrong link? Did you open wrong email?
I believe that I was actually at the nailery getting my nails done. I wasn't paying attention because me and the woman was conversing. And this person called me and they said it was from the Liberia Civil Service or Civil Union Association or something. And usually, you know, I'm very aware and keenful when those things happen. Hold on one second here.
All right, so why did the Richardson mutant herself, you see? But Nelson, I believe it came from the majority black. I believe that, Nelson. I think because just let's follow the daily events, right? Dr. Richardson have turned against those guys severely for the family, Samuel Koga and Richard Cohn and James Colette, and everybody. So you understand that they have to send somebody. I think it came from the majority black, Dr. Richardson.
Don't even get between for the family and myself and my brother. You want to spoil family relationships? So.
No, but how out of the sudden somebody hacking your phone and changing something?
But I think my brother for the family were involved. I will vouch for the. I knew about the rest of the other one. I knew about Koga. Well, Koga and my brother, so maybe I knew.
No, I think 40.
One of my crew brother, because my brother passed through you. Say my
No,
brother,
but I think he's slick, right? I don't trust 40. I think 40 part of the hacking of your phone because the same night 40 blasted at you on set, right? And y'all going at it within the same. And look, folks, to be serious, and listen, nobody will hack my phone. That's what Richard said. Because when you call me, I'm not answering. When you send me text messages and I don't recognize it, I delete the whole thing. When you put me in group chat that I don't know, I delete all. Right? I don't play that game. You listen. You send me email message. I don't know. I'm not expecting it. I delete everything. I will delete until I even delete my home address. Because and we got it 2 or 3, and different security thing. You need to do that on your phone.
No, you know what happened? You don't even know half of the story. Glenny, how are you doing? It's great to see you. Yeah. You know what happened? What happened, Stanton? They even changed my email address. So whatever email people were sending to me, WhatsApp was sending to me to change my password and to go through the 2-step authentication. Those people were smart enough, it was going to them. So I wasn't getting any notification at all. They were getting everything. So every time I go into my phone,
I hope they change the bank account information too. That's what they should have gone for.
You think I one step ahead of them. They think, they think they're smart, but we one step ahead of them because I told everybody who they contacted to tell them that they should try another hustle. The other hustle.
You know who they went after? They asked Kev Hassan for $1,000. They asked, no, seriously. Kept sending to me and said, "Oh, that."
But they asked everybody.
No, wait, Granny. That registration won $1,000. Oh my God, let me go send it. I said, what? I said that registration said nobody on earth, nobody on the whole earth. That only one shall never finish. That only you, that the registration will wake up in the morning, leave her children, leave her husband, leave her brother, her sister, and everybody. And say, let me call Kev Hassan. And I recall, but a text message. And say, Kev, how you in the family? Then the person say, yeah, how you doing? Kev, I really need a favor. Then he said, for what? Can you give me one? So I said, I said, Nandeo, Gio, Yeswa, Gio. I was yelling. I said, but man, I think that's scam. He said, no. My man, I thought Richardson asked for it. Let me send it to the woman. She never asked me before. I said, you know what? Send it to me first. I beg you, please send it to me. I will send it to her. Oh my God, I'm going to eat. I got $1,000. But they sent it to Melvin, that to Melvin.
Melvin Howard. They sent it to Melvin Howard. They sent it to even Glendy. They sent it to Glendy.
Uncle Sam, Paul Kennedy. This person
Uncle Sam called me. Yeah. But let them try another hustle because the other hustle they own is not working. Okay, we work too hard for our money just to go look at $1,000 and say Dr. Richardson is sick. And she didn't call the person. She just say, first of all, they will start out with saying pleasant greetings. What I recommend, that can start out. If we say hello, how you doing, or how do they say pleasant greetings? That's not how we greet each other.
I will say this to you and Glennie and Nelson. When you do not recognize the number, delete it. Do not open anything strange. We are in a very bad place. Seriously. The hackers, they are for real. No joke. They will go into your phone. They will go get your account number. They will listen. They will go after you. They are in Liberia. They are outside of Liberia. They are all over. They are the cockroaches. When they enter your home, they're not going to leave. Now, everyone that was in your contact, they got to be careful because they have reached out to them. So, but on this note, it's good to see you. It's good to see that your phone number is back and Facebook have addressed the issue. I want to say it's good. Pete, Uncle Pete, how you doing, Uncle Pete?
Well, since I just have to say that, you have to contact an expert person and somebody who has an expertise in IT. So that's what I did, and that person worked on my phone and made sure that they stopped the hacking and it's in communication for me. So that again, this is going to be hard for them to get my hard-earned copper. That's what I want to say, so they can keep trying.
Yeah. Listen, guys, the person on the show should hack should be Glennie. Seriously. Everybody should hack her. Then she will stop talking about her ex. The woman can't stop. Leave the man alone. You don't want to
So let's do the show today, okay?
No, the show time yeah. We got 2 more minutes. We got 2 more minutes.
Please,
we come for Thanksgiving. Yeah, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Yeah. We just come for that. But why you can't get a man alone? You know the man got no
Please leave me. You see me call it. Did I tell you I get X?
But you on
Did I tell you I get X?
But you on Facebook talking about side chick and everything.
But side chick mean an X?
That's somebody you put your mouth on, man.
I know it, but X.
Oh, you know what I do? You know what I do? I'm going to block you from my Facebook page because I hate seeing those messages.
No, let me block you, sir. Let me block you.
Yeah, please do it.
Okay.
Yeah, every day you get up on the side chick, this one. You want to put me on your trouble?
Anything I want to, I will talk it. Yes, hello, yeah.
Glenny, what my business?
What they gonna say you? I'm gonna call Fatima for you.
I don't want it.
I'm gonna call Fatima.
Yeah, man. You get up too money and the woman tell my side chick. Leave side chick alone.
That's side chick. Let me tell you why. Bring that side chick to people that be coming. Which one your problem again the money? You can't leave a side chick story.
Yeah. I said, don't call me. I said, but what wrong with Glenny? Can you just leave that thing? This side chick got to survive too. Yeah, man, Glenny. They need to hustle alone. The hustle for real. I don't want to pure hustle. Leave it alone. We're breaking you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say welcome to another edition of Spoon Talk. It's good to have you, though. It's good. Let's have fun. Let's be thankful. Again, we are bereaved. We are mourning as a nation. Prince Johnson passed away, the senior senator of Nimba County. We got a lot to discuss today. The president's birthday is tomorrow, and the last day for LDC Money Captain is tomorrow. The president decided to give Money Captain on his birthday to tell him to go home. So Money Captain is out the last day tomorrow, right? No achievement, by the way. No achievement. You're sleeping in darkness right now. Zero achievement for Money Captain. Almost 3 years. Zip. And we got to say, but he's gone. He's gone. Tomorrow his last day. He's out. He can now come back to LDC. Or maybe Joe, we will bring him back. Who knows? Don't say never. But I mean, it's just a bad time. And the president's birthday is tomorrow. Should the president celebrate his birthday? People are concerned. People are thinking as to whether it's the best time. But I heard something though. Glenny, I heard something. I don't think Joseph Boyga want to do anything about his birthday. I think his children and some people around him trying to push his birthday celebration. I heard that he told them, he said, do not celebrate my birthday. The country is at a place, right? And this sedition that want to do this, they want to write a bad story tomorrow. That Prince Johnson passed away and the president comes to celebrate birthday. I mean, the country is no. Let me end on this now. The country is moving and the president comes to celebrate birthday. All that stuff is happening. Everybody can, you can say your own, but today we're discussing and see actually what you say. I heard a lot of people calling on, and okay, somebody talking about Glenny side chick business. Wow. Glenny, you see that? The person, hey, I don't know what she can't leave the people alone. How you expect people? They say no job in the country. This is the means of employment. So
we got trouble. We got trouble.
You're getting trouble, people. You leave that thing alone. Yeah. You want me some senator there slow them very with you. You better leave that thing alone. Okay.
You borrow. Don't mix me up your head.
I didn't call any name. I didn't. No, I didn't. I said if you don't leave Sache alone, Musa Benete, they will get vexed. No, they will get vexed. And all these people will get vexed because they live on helping the poor. No, that Thanksgiving Day, your staff. You don't do this thing.
He's not scared of trouble.
No, I'm a serious note. Those guys are my friends.
This is my brother Musa.
Thank you.
Musa a Muslim man. Musa a Muslim man. He getting fired. Where is Veteran?
One wife.
Where is Veteran? And that Musa wife? No.
I'm not yet to disclose who Musa Webb is or is not.
Oh, I'm making a mistake. I don't know Musa Webb. I heard.
Yeah,
I stand to be corrected. My Victoria, my sister. Maybe she will answer the question. Where's the other lady to LDC? And Musa Webb, the one
what did you eat? What did you eat?
Huh?
For Thanksgiving.
I ate a cool bowl leftover potato screen.
I see.
No, but don't be
Musa
fair.
bereaved, so don't be talking plenty
I
about
don't know anybody Webb. I get
no, we all bereaved. No, we all bereaved. We all bereaved.
Musa is extra bereaved.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let's get into something right quick.
Extra bereaved.
They get extra bereaved.
You got first degree bereaved. My brother got second, third, fourth bereaved.
But so this brings us to one of the topics for tonight. Let's just get into it a little bit, right? Where the other guys getting ready to come on. That's what Rich is saying. There's a big emptiness void in Nimba right now. The passing of Prince Johnson. Say what you want to say. You go up, you come down. Can you identify anyone from Nimba that would fit into Prince Johnson's shoe?
You know, it's hard for me to identify anyone at this moment, Stanton. I've been kind of thinking about this, racking my brain, because, you know, I have to admit that I do have a Nimba side of me. So, you know, so it's been a discussion in my home and with my family right now. So I don't know who's going to fit the shoe. I mean, I really don't know who's going to fit his shoe. So.
Yeah, but you got names coming up, right? You got names coming up,
like
right? So Nelson, can you put a picture up? Can you get us? Let me name them now. Samuel Koga, Mr. Benete, Tawan Gonglo or Edith Gonglo, Garrison Yeru, Sam Brown, Tom, what's the man name? This guy with the energy company in the country. I think people are saying that, Grady. Folks are saying that, well, maybe it's too soon. I agree. But we will get there, though. My question to you, Blendy, when the senator is laid to rest, in 3 months, the National Election Commission must have an election. As per our own constitution, somebody got to be the senator to stand alongside with Yan Twine. Who you think that person will be? Everything you've been looking at, what's your thought on this one? We were talking about the senator death and how, listen, we have to discuss this. The forward march, moving forward, how do you see Nimba County?
So I think Nimba is going to do fine. I mean, yes, they've been with Prince Johnson, has been a full figure for them for the past 18 years as a senator. I think it's gonna they'll stumble a little bit, but somebody will rise up to the occasion. You got other representatives there that could want to be senator. You got Musa, you got Tai Womwe, you got other people. I don't know if they're from his district, but I'm pretty sure that they could also want to run to be senators. So those people we can't put them on the sidelines. You have what's his name? Is it Kun or Koga? Whoever is from there. Those people they're there. Somebody's gonna want that seat because that's a loaded seat with all of the publicity that Prince Johnson has. Who would not want to vie for his seat? So I think it's an open game. I hope Miape will. I keep talking about Miape or now. I hope she will put her name forward. You never know. Edith Gongro, she could also try, but I think that's a seat that anyone would want to try to acquire because I think it just gives them a lot of publicity, and it puts them in a very strategic place to be able to negotiate with parties.
So listen, let's keep this in mind. And again, you know what's happening. I beg you, man. Save our sister Memphis going up from this. I beg you.
Why?
Let me tell you now. But let me tell you something. It's just important. You know, she can try. Listen, I'm not going to say for you to look at me and say, why a woman? It's not about the woman factor here, right? It's just about they jump over Samuel Koga 3 times. Let's just establish that, right? Every time Samuel Koga put his foot
And I hope
in,
they'll jump over him again.
well, no, Glenny, hold on now, please. I beg you. This thing will be decided by the people of Nimba, so let put our mind in Nimba. They jump over Samuel Koga 3 times. Whenever he say, I want to, the late PYJ will say, my son, not yet. Even up to the last election between he and Yang Twine, PYJ put his hand on top of him. Well, PYJ was supporting Yang Twine. Jeremiah Kun was supporting Yang Twine. So at the end of the day, he fought, but he didn't win. Now, PYJ is outside of this thing. Yang Twine is a senator now. Jeremiah Kun, a vice president. Just let's talk about Samuel Koga. Do you think Jeremiah Kun can look in Samuel Koga's eyes and support any other person but Samuel Koga? And how bad it would be for Jeremiah Kun if he does that? Dr. Richardson.
Well, you know, I just want to preface by saying that the Nimba people are still mourning PYJ. So the talk about who's going to replace him is not as frequent as compared to what he meant to them. But you have to understand that the relationship between Prince Johnson and Kun deteriorated in the past couple of months. That's a well-known fact that most everybody knows in Liberia. So if PYJ was supporting Koga, I'm sorry, and Koga is also believed to be a relative of PYJ. Like they're very close. And so I don't know how he would be open to Kun raising his hand to win. You know, but again, this is politics, you know. The friendship could be rekindled. But you called a name earlier before I went off. Garrison Yelu, I believe that his name, is in the running. This is someone that they've been talking about a lot. And it happens that I just been a lot of Nibians this weekend, and that's what I'm hearing. So I just wanted to say that. I didn't hear, I don't know if Tier 1 Congo is interested because, of course, Tier 1 is, maybe he is, but his name didn't come up. They were a powerful family in Nima before the Conglos. They're not as powerful as they were compared to some of what I've been hearing over the past weekend, especially given the fact that both Edith and Tewa participated in politics in previous recent years. So Garrison Yelu is someone who they've been talking about. Again, I don't know his experience. That's something that I need to check on. And that's in passing, they have been talking about him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, why even PYJ again? The country is mourning his passing. The family bereaved, they are mourning. The people of Nimba mourning. But these things from yesterday, Dr. Richardson, Lenny, people have been calling me. They've been asking questions. Then I said, but why me? Even here in America, people trying to ask me my own opinion in this whole thing. First of all, PYJ is not even buried yet, right? And you guys running with this thing. But it happens. Because I know in the next 2-3 weeks, when PYJ receive all of the official dignifying burial, we will come right back to this story. Remember now, he died as a senator. They must respect that. He didn't die in the jailhouse. He didn't die because some U.S. military men and women pick him up and you know, somebody out there. No, he was sick. No, he died as a senator. So now he will be given the everyday respect when you die in office. So whether you like it or not, he will be respected accordingly, according to our own constitution and that of the Senate, you know.
I don't want to interrupt you, but it's going to be interesting, and I actually want us to keep an eye out for that. Some people actually call me to actually. I don't know if you saw the hug between Koga when he went to visit Prince Johnson. I didn't really get a chance to see it, but people were calling me to ask me to take a look at that video again. They said there was a hug that happened when Koga went to go and visit. Prince Johnson family. It was between Koga and I believe Cone. So
Not
I think we need.
Koga. You said Koga, or you are talking about for that Kofa
Oh,
No,
Kofa,
and
Koga
yeah.
and
Richard
Coon.
Coon.
Koga and
Yes,
Coon.
Kofa, yes. There was, well, I haven't seen a video yet, but so
So
everybody
there's
kept
a
on calling
video
me.
with Coon crying, and
Yes.
Koga went to hug him while he
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
was crying. Let
Mm-hmm.
me see
So
if
they're
I can
saying to
find
pay
that.
attention to read the body language, but thank you, Glendy. But I haven't been able to because I've been busy with family members. But I think it'll be interesting. It's gonna like you. It's gonna be interesting to just observe the events that are happening now. Um, yes, you're right that PYJ did die as a senator, but it's gonna be interesting to see whether he's gonna be how they're gonna to bury him because, like I said. He and the president wasn't on good terms in the past couple of months either, and and everybody know that that's an open secret in Liberia if you're from that camp. So it would just be interesting to see how all of this is going to unfold. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, you are quite correct. And again, guys, this is going to be super good tonight, right? What Dr. Richardson is saying is unique, but let's just understand the basic of all these things, right? When you believe that MDR, Prince Johnson Party, MDR, that person should be from MDR. That person should be the member from MDR. If you are not part of MDR, do you think that person will win in Nimba? Because MDR are the Nimba People Party. That's what Prince Johnson used to say. So if you come in outside of MDR, is it a problem? What else, sedition or unity party? Do you think it's a problem for whosoever coming from the outside? You think they're going to succeed?
I think so. I mean, I don't think we should give up or cast our lots as to. I think whoever will vie for that seat will be someone who will be able to pull the people of Nima together at this time. Someone they can gravitate towards, and the person doesn't necessarily have to come from from their party. It could also be an independent who people of Nima will be able to relate to. It can be any one of those other senators. Musa Belete is possible that Musa Belete could also want to run for that seat, regardless of him being from CPP or being from ANC. He could also gain some momentum on there. I think what's key right now, that's why the conversation is going on now, is because whoever it is, that's heavy publicity for them being even able to be in the run to vow for that seat. So I'm not going to say that that person needs to come from. It's going to close only to somebody that may be an independent candidate who
Do
will
you
come
do you
out.
do you know well about MDR party in Nimba?
I know the prominence they have, and I know how Prince Johnson has been the what people call him hero from Nimba County. So that has been a significant figure for that party, and I'm sure they're going to, because they may not also have a lot of positions in the government. They want to be able to keep their seat, so that's going to be some serious tussle for them to give up that seat. Well, whoever is going to come there, it could be an independent person that's going to come and win it, not necessarily from their party.
So let's flip this
I
thing
think
real
it's an
quick,
open
right?
field, Stanton. It's an open field right
Well,
now.
I said this yesterday. People say, "Oh, but again, we're getting to it." I just
But
want to
can I
say
just
something here. Yes, Dr.
if,
Richardson.
if, if I can add, I think that Nima people are going through a lot of reflections right now. They're looking. The Prince Joseph was so powerful in that county, and knowing that Nimbayans can be very tribal as well. I don't want to negate that, and I'm saying tribal in a good way. They are very protective of their own. Like for example, if you say NDR is a party, they're most likely to protect that. But let's keep in mind that Kun also is no longer NDR member, if I remember correctly. I think Kun had to switch to the UP in order to run.
He said
Uh,
that Tuesday.
okay, good. But I think that it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to unfold right now. I think the Nima, they kind of were looking because I mean nobody could beat Prince Johnson. So as if Prince Johnson put anybody's hand up, that person truly, had a chance of winning, except in I think the couple of elections, one
Yeah,
person hand.
no. That thing, Dwayne Johnson was supporting Yap. He just
Yes,
that thing about 7
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So, but the thing about this is, I think this would be an opportunity because people used to eat. They would say they'll vote for somebody else, but once Prince doesn't put your hand up, they'll vote for you. They'll eat your money and then vote for the person who Prince doesn't put who hand Prince doesn't put up. But the thing about it now, I think they're looking for somebody different. They don't want to be controlled so much for that whole godfather figure. So I think that they are actually exploring and looking and going through a whole transformation
Yeah,
process. But it's a very progressive county, I should say.
and that's why I said Nimba Kwado. Nimba, we won. Let's welcome Governor Clinton. It's good to have you, brother Governor, as always. You know, we come here every day to talk to people talk and walk the people walk. But this thing about the passing of Prince Johnson is big. And I want us to switch this. We'll come back to this. Tomorrow is President Bwaga's birthday. Tomorrow.
Interesting.
They have set up this big thing. And they're telling everybody in Liberia, say, come out and celebrate President Bwaga's birthday at the Ministerial Complex. Happy birthday, His Excellency Joseph Yima Bwaka Sr. A toast to 80 great, what's that? Great years.
Yeah, great
80
years.
great years.
Yeah.
Okay. They set up this place at the complex there, and they're having a grand start program, the cocktails, the meet and greet, eat all you can eat, dance, and everything. Do you think, it's the best time to have that lovely celebration? On a serious note, and thousands of Liberians, hundreds of thousands of Liberians listen to us. Do you think somebody doing something that would backfire tomorrow? Look at the death of Prince Johnson just yesterday, and I know that's the old man 80th birthday, yes indeed, but just moving the death of Prince Johnson and what is happening in the country to this big celebration. Clinton, talk to me. What's your thought on this one?
Well, I've never been a fan of having these kind of big festivities because it's the president's birthday. It is sometimes just the timing. We are in very difficult times in Liberia. We have some serious economic challenges, and so we got to be thinking about the thousands of Liberians who are not going to be able to participate in the festivity. And we also have to be thinking about where we're getting this money to put together all of that. We understand there's the president, but the optics just don't look as good. The same thing, the CDC received a backlash when we had that elaborate Christmas Latin ceremony in the midst of serious economic challenges, and all the money that was expended. And so sometimes we got to think about just, the times. Is this the appropriate time? I think the president should have, had his little small thing in his yard and just keep at it. It can be, challenging for people to understand, that we are going through all these dire economic situation and we're having this big, huge, expensive birthday party to celebrate the president.
But so they say it's the foundation, but the president can tell the foundation, and I believe what is happening here is that, listen, it's not the right time. We can look at the current situation in the country, but should we make such a mistake? Is it a mistake that the foundation will say, well, we're still going to do it? Can the president stop it? Look at the bull over here, big, massive. It's okay to tell people, say that the president birthday tomorrow. Look at it setting up, the gathering. If you go all in and the lights and everything will be there, it will be a ball. And it's saying it's not Joseph Boyka, but a foundation. But you just realized that Prince Johnson just passed. So the people of Nimba, they are hurt. They will be crying while you're celebrating, though. Somebody in Liberia will say, well, I don't care. You know, those that don't like the Prince Johnson may say that. But I think with everything Prince Johnson did to bring this government to power, do you think it's the right time? I'm going to ask you again, and we'll go to Sister Clinton. You were saying something?
Yeah, two things. There's the president. First thing, the president is a celebrant, so he decides that the foundation cannot decide they will have an event if the president, who's a celebrant, decides that, you know, given the economic situation of the country, we cut back on that. And you know, I think we lost a statement, and in more civilized societies, when stuff like that happen, you cut back on things. It's a time for mourning, and so it would just be insensitive to go out tomorrow against the PYG's death and have a elaborate birthday celebration for the president. You know, when the people of Nimba are mourning, is serious. You know, I mean, however controversial he was, a statement for the people, or hero for the people of Nimba. So I think there's the economic factor, and there's also you know, disputably a national mourning that is ongoing. I think the people should cut back on that thing and on whatever celebration they're planning.
Glenn, the same thing, man. Talk to us.
So I want to disagree with with Gamma there. I think he's being very hypocritical. I support Joseph Yuma Boyka, supporting him as being the president so that we wouldn't go back. I'm not a Upist, but I think 80 years was a significant milestone in life. And if it was my parent, I'm just being honest, I would want to celebrate my parent. I understand the economic situation in Liberia. I understand that, you know, maybe they need to downscale it a little bit, but celebrating one's birthday, and especially the one who is the president of the country, I think for me, that's fine. I don't have any problem with them celebrating Joseph Yuma Boyka. I don't think we should equate it to Prince Johnson, because we have former president children who were killed. And George Weah still went out of the country. George Weah still did several different things. So why are we saying now, because it's Joseph Yuma birthday and they want to have a party, we should now equate it and say because Prince Johnson died, we shouldn't have a celebration? I think that's wrong. I don't have any problem with them having the celebration. Zero problem with it. I think I would hope that the president will consider ruling the country better, doing better things for Liberians, so that we all will all will be rescued, and the people will understand that this government is for the people. But to say, oh, because Prince Johnson died, we shouldn't have party, I don't buy that. I think that's hypocritical for me.
Okay, so let's do that. 1 minute, Clinton, 1 minute. Clinton, 1 minute. That Richardson, you guys are sitting over there. Are you bringing her on?
Well, she would like to just can I say hi?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Asini.
Yeah, we see that you're mourning in your purple and black. Go find seat and come join the show if you can. All right. So yeah, find seat and come join the show. You from Nimba. If not, then it's good seeing you, Yasini. Again, have our sympathy from the network. You know, you're from Nimba, so we're saying have our sympathy. Okay.
Yeah. Simply, all I want to say is the mirror has two faces. So you have two sides of the coin. You have the Coco, you have the Missy. As you just said, I'm from Nimba County, and we're mourning, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's good seeing you, Yasini. All right. So let me come back to you, Clinton. You were saying something on what Sis Glennie said.
Well, I said since Glennie she didn't disagree with me, because I said pretty much the same thing. I said I didn't say the president should not celebrate at all. I said they should cut back on the celebration. I said,
how do you want them to cut back? If you say cut back, explain.
Well, it should not be lavish. I mean, given our society, we should not be having any kind of lavish, extravagant, and birthday parties for public officials. As a matter of fact, that you know, this is a seriously economically challenged country. Less than 50-60% of the population live on $1 a day, we can't be, spending thousands of dollars to celebrate a public servant. The president is a public servant. When we could be the foundation could.
Well, let me hold you there, right? Listen, President Boyka can do that thing in his house.
Yeah, and then the foundation could do. The foundation can actually use that money.
That's 80 year old. It may not come again.
Right.
And we pray for Uncle Sam to reach to 80 year old. The public not clip that thing.
Uncle Sam will get there.
my problem is that in the midst of all these things, right? And in addition to everything the country is going through, Prince Johnson passed. How will you explain that to our Nimbadians? How will you explain that to people? That Prince Johnson champion say, come vote for President Boyka. And every other thing we are hearing, that the country is mourning, but we're hearing boom, 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 boom. It's like people talk and say what's going on.
Well, there's a reason why you're here.
Eating. People smoking, people chatting with the concubines and the wives and the husband. Is that how we want to celebrate President Boyka's birthday? I don't think it's right. And before that, Richardson coming, the scale back is good. Go in the Omen compound, do small scale. People will come and say, happy birthday, Mr. President. You call the diet group, they will be the drum. Hi, be drum, and everybody will celebrate, go in peace.
And I think the charity, the foundation could actually have used the president's birthday. Usually in real advanced civil society, the presidents don't have this kind of lavish birthday.
But why you keep equating it to the president? You're hearing the foundation speak to the foundation.
The president is a celebrant. The president can say to the foundation, use that money and give it to charity, have charity event instead of having a big birthday celebration.
I agree with Clinton here, because you know what, Dr. Richardson, the money is coming from somewhere. Now we're going to ask, who gave me all that money that you're having this big celebration?
Question. That's the question.
Which one of the businesses contributing to that celebration?
Thank you.
Now we're going to ask, who favoring who? Now listen, why you want to put the president through all of that? Especially, we are going on a rescue. But forget rescue now, though, because we want to talk about rescue. When the appointment today at LEC, a young mentioned she put her brother on it. We'll talk about that rescue. We'll talk about it now, right? No, seriously. I mean, so the whole thing that, listen, I wish President Boyka happy 80th birthday. And I pray to God to get to 80. My dad was 84 when he passed. So I believe it, that I will pass 84. If God give me the strength. I don't know about Glenny, but I'm going to say here, Dr. Richardson.
Don't worry about me, sir.
We haven't shown number. Give me a chance back.
Don't worry how long I will live.
You're gonna reach 90. Don't mind that. You're coming.
Yeah, man. I don't know about Glenny, but I want to say that Richardson growing again. The phone gave me a hard time. So that Richardson, what's your thought though? This big thing about down south, say take it back in the president compound, or have your big birthday and let the people beat you tomorrow. Now, in the midst of all of this, the president cared less, and the president foundation decided to bring him to the big birthday where the music are playing, people are eating, people are drinking, people are celebrating. Happy birthday! Everybody say, "Hey, then tomorrow they go cry, Prince Johnson down, Prince Johnson down." That Richardson.
So, given the status of the country, the poor healthcare, the poor education, the poor infrastructure, I don't think that the president or any charity should be celebrating, Joseph Boyka's birthday. I think if I was him, like you said, I would ask the charity, or I think Councilor Clinton said this, to redirect the money into maybe the healthcare system or the education system in Liberia. We are not there yet. We are not at that place. So I think that the president or the charity can make the decision to at least not have, and let's put Prince Johnson death aside, because I no matter what we do, the Nimba people will find a way to mourn him. And Liberia will find a way to mourn him, because after all, he was in the AFL before, in the war. He was, he got notoriety from the war and from AFL. So Liberia will mourn him. But so let's put that aside. It's just the condition of the country. We have a constitutional crisis going on. Why should anyone be celebrating a birthday when we have two parties in the House of Representatives? Why should anyone be celebrating a birthday when Liberia is still very low on countries that are doing well? So I think that the president should revisit that. I do not think that he should be celebrated. I know he's turning 80. This is the time for him to spend some time with his family members. They can come to the house. They would be a great time. I'm not telling him what to do, but you can always cherish and learn things when you have the family members together. So yes.
Yeah. So I would say this though, guys. Look at this setting. Those of you that just joined us, we are talking about the president celebrating his birthday. 80 years. 80 years tomorrow. If we're going to set up. Do you know how much money going to be on this birthday thing? Do you know how much money? Is it the right time, though, to spend that money to celebrate the president's birthday? Oh, some people say, West Center, yeah, the Omen got to celebrate a birthday. Don't you think that they can downsize, take it in the Omen compound, and people come and wish the Omen well, and they can eat there and do everything? This is the complex, the ministerial complex. Amount of food, drinks, cigars. You're going to have a whole ball. Right across the street from this building, somebody begging for bread. Right across the street. But I hear somebody say, but Joel did it for 5 years, for 6 years. It wasn't right. So we shouldn't repeat that, which was wrong. We shouldn't do it today. It wasn't right. Joel did it, and that's why they removed Joshua. So you say, Bagam will do it because he's doing only one term, he's not running again? I'm trying to understand something here, folks.
I was it, man, not running again anyway.
You know, Bagam not running again. Joseph Bagam can never run again. Never. No, Jerry, let me say, Papa not running again. He can never run again.
Let 2020 not come.
My man, I'll say this. President Bagam can never run again. Do that one. Hey man, don't do that. Don't do that to Liberia now. Hey man, no.
The first thing, once you read 2028, all the presidents come in there who know the left level him on him was out telling him, Papa, we can do that thing one more time.
It can be anybody. They can go to President Baka and say run again. That person will be the biggest deceiver on earth. Because they know the president. The President Baka can do everything. He cannot run again. So let it out of conversation. Let it be. The battle will be waiting, but the people will not be waiting. So I just want to come back here and just say this, that if you think it's the good thing, the foundation came up and said, let's have the big birthday party, everybody put a bow tie on, wear the black and the black bow, or somebody will be wearing white bow to come and say, Mr. President, happy birthday. Guys, you guys, I think we are going contrary to the rescue here. This is not rescue. I don't think it is. I think that Glendy said, like Clinton said, scale it back, take it into the president compound, into that big yard, have something small, and let the president have fun. But anything other than that, with the Prince Johnson death and every situation in the country and the big money you're going to spend, we start investigating who contributed to this foundation, how much was spent. Because we're looking at it, we'll be spending almost $2 million. They say people are contributing, businesses are contributing. Can you imagine? You go to this store, they give you 100,000. You go to this one, who collecting the money? What's the check and balance? That's a big question. I mean, Glenny, you care to know?
I know that if my mother turns 80 years old, I will celebrate her.
We're not talking about your mother, Glenny. You are not in government. I'm saying you care to know what the money. I say you care to know where the money coming from. That's why I asked you. Of course,
we said that here, Stanton. It will be the question. Also, will be who's financing it. That's a great question to ask. But I don't have any problem with them celebrating. Just say you might work at 80 years old. Find out if they want to scale it back. Say that. I don't think it should be at the complex. He has a big yard. The church could also have it in the church yard. The church he goes to is a big church. Ever has a big yard. They can do it. I don't think they should call off a celebration
No,
because
we're not
it's
saying
needy.
they should call it off. We're saying they should scale back. We agreeing
That's
with you.
what I'm saying, and I don't think they
Take
need
that
to cancel
flamboyance,
it.
take that big, almost over $1 million something expensive, buying drinks. People getting drinks. The Budweiser, the club beer, everything is running. The Hennessy SO. You know, what's the different liquor again? Everything is running there because you know what? If they come knocking on Dr. Richardson door that the president birthday, please contribute. Hey, they bring your white paper, put your name down, contribute. Dr. Richardson will contribute and put her name down.
No, I will not. I will actually ask them to put a child in school. I probably would pay a child's tuition for that on
Which
his
is
behalf.
genuine.
Okay.
On his
And
behalf, that's good.
yes, yeah, okay. You know, I think we as a group of people, we have to get away from just using partying or party, having a good time, you know, to address issues. We have issues going on in the country. I have no problem with anybody celebrating their birthday, but we have to know what our priorities lies. You know, if your priority is right at this moment to celebrate and have a good time when our country is just falling apart in our own hands before our eyes, then I think
Dr. Richardson, maybe you want sweet authority. I think that's a waste of money. I agree with everything you're saying. Listen, I think there's no need to spend all that money, like you said, Glenn said, Clinton said, put that on a charity, put somebody in school and say the Barker Foundation Scholarship, attach his name to it. You don't want to spend all that money, people going around. Now, people be afraid because if they come to Clinton and say, listen, the puppy birthday tomorrow, contribute, and they put Clinton name down, paper Clinton are one of the biggest businessmen in the country, and he doesn't contribute, they may go and say, listen, we asked Clinton to contribute. Clinton said no. And Clinton will be in a bad book with this old man. So the whole thing just doesn't look right. Now, celebrate the puppy birthday quietly, but this whole big thing, spending that amount of money, people are concerned. People are so concerned that this too, maybe it's part of rescue. So is it
but
part of
Philly, you
rescue?
just said something that is even more interesting. The thing that if you don't contribute, then you're in the bad book with the president of the foundation. What kind of what kind of country we got?
But that one's been a practice in Liberia for a long. It's very wrong, but it's been something people do. You know, like President birthday, people go to these businesses and they ask them.
Wait, Clinton, let me hold you there. Y'all see when I say the mega, five women, y'all say that lie. Y'all see what you say about me? People who don't drink knows all the names of alcohol. Okay? Wait, I about to start naming the guy Julian on the set. So guys, let's move on. But I think the celebration, to me, whether they celebrate the puppy birthday or not, it will go down in history. That I think they you know, they really don't care about the Liberian people through the midst of everything people going through, and they decide to do what George Weah did. And every time we do what George Weah did in the past, then we are signing ourselves for a one-term presidency. So whosoever comes next, whether Jeremiah Quinn or whosoever, they may not win because we are saying Joey did it. We will remove him. So Bwaka going to do it, and we're going to remove Bwaka because this too is wrong. Having over millions of dollars to celebrate that birthday, and nobody will have check and balance. People will just go and eat and drink. I'm going to call the liquor name again. That Musa ability blaming the Hennessy XO, the club beer, the Budweiser. What's the other thing? The Mohi. How you call it? Moita?
Moet.
The Moet, the Kovasi. And y'all help me now. Everything will be there. The cigar, the shot, the long cigar, and everybody will be there in a bottle because you know what? It's celebration. It's a ball. You know? And
They say if Bwaga celebrates tomorrow, the people in Nimba react.
No, but you know what though? I mean, I think it will be a bad sign for the president. I mean, Prince Johnson wasn't just an ordinary man though. People may laugh for it today, but Clinton, I'm telling you, people will remember this day and say through the death and mourning of Senator Johnson, President Bwaga was celebrating birthday. No matter how you put it.
I agree. And I said in the beginning, the reason why when the statesman die, you fly the flag half mast. I mean, a statesman's dead. Even if you had a birthday plan, you got to cut back on some activities because, you know, this is a big loss for the country. I mean, whether you're like Prince Johnson or not, He died. He died. Senior senator of Nimba County. So I think
Do you think that everything Prince Johnson was saying, this birthday celebration will just cement them all? That the president stopped talking to me, that the president doesn't take my call, that the president broke away and he bring in war crime court, and the president didn't give my people an MDR position. All the position given was from Jeremiah Kuhn, not MDR. Jeremiah Kuhn came out on Tuesday to say I'm not part of MDR. I am a UPACE. And Prince Johnson will worry about those things because and this thing now will just show that yes, well, you brought us to the presidency. We don't care about you. So even in death, we are celebrating. I mean, that's just me asking question, right? Prince Johnson pass on, but you don't want to go that right now because it will have, and even if Jeremiah couldn't be at that birthday party tomorrow celebrating, how people of Nimba will look at him, Clayton? Yeah, imagine Jeremiah couldn't go in there.
Yeah, imagine, yeah.
In the midst of mood of music. Don't boo 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 boo. That sound. And Jeremiah Kuhn go that way on a bota. And Prince Johnson body is at the funeral home. And Prince Johnson's wife is crying. Their children crying. The people of Nimba crying. And Jeremiah Kuhn is marching in there celebrating the president's birthday. Hey!
Wait, and then Glennie was saying something. The way she looked.
No, she won't say anything.
Yeah,
Alexa.
I think they shoot.
Wait. Alexa, play Michael Jackson. Listen to the music that will be played.
You want to put a station in trouble?
Amazon Music Unlimited on this Echo Plus is free for 30 days and then 5
Tell you free. I'll pay for it.
Turns in the Alexa app. Should I start your free trial and play Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Z will come for you. She's texting you right now. Let me just tell you that.
No, because I want people to feel how this thing gonna sound like. Play music, and Jeremiah Kuhn is walking into the birthday hall. Can you imagine? This is not a joke. I don't think they should do it.
What if Jeremiah Kuhn doesn't show up?
Why is everybody from Nimba County doesn't show up?
That's a good question.
And who's gonna show face? So Jeremiah Kuhn go over there, right? Let's agree.
No, I don't know. I'm just asking.
No. I want to give it to you. Nimba County, do you think Musa Benedict will go there when they have money? Do you think the senator then will go there and go celebrate? Some of them will, because you know what? That Prince Johnson, Glennie will be there. Because Glennie get a different spin when it comes to Prince Johnson. And but you know how I love my sister Glennie. Thank God I've never met her. Oh no, I met you once, right?
I've never met you.
Yeah, but the picture that out there for you, I said, we got it.
I've never met you.
That AR to Fatima house, that AR.
Yeah. Oh, you jumped down. He said, you know what?
She saw me. She started running. I said, oh,
look
Chef.
God.
Yeah. I said, look at that. Listen, let me say something, Clinton. Why we leave this one? I think the scale back that you guys talk about, I think I agree. People will question the amount. People will question, the respect for the people of Nimba. Just right next door, Prince Johnson house is there. His wife is mourning. And just seeing that our president is walking into that hall to celebrate a birthday, the vice president and all the ministers and directors, I think it's pure disrespect to the foreign senator. And I think, listen, do it quietly, like Glennie, Dr. Richardson, and Clinton said, but don't be that lavish. Don't go ahead and spend over $1 million just for the president's birthday. I say my own, I'm done. But we can move on. If you want to add anything, let's bring the next conversation up. Okay, I guess everybody feeling what they want because they know everybody feeling with this one. I want to ask you guys this.
No, I'm gonna I'm sorry, I'm gonna add that it is possible that maybe Prince Johnson's wife sort of have given the president the blessing to go ahead and have this party. this celebration. The minute you
You can bring
born,
that up
you
though.
you are.
You can bring that up. You can. That's that whole different spin that
Well, I'm
you
just, I'm
nobody.
just, I'm just putting it out there. But even if she said that, I still wouldn't have taken her comment to me a lot. I'm not even putting the Prince Johnson situation into the factor that here. I'm saying the country, the status of the country. That's what more important to me because hey, people live, people die. So, I don't want to say it like that, but death is inevitable. But the status of the country is what I'm more concerned
Right.
about.
You're right. So we're gonna close this and leave you with
The
this
man a
picture.
Christian, he say, you know what the Bible say? There's a time to die, there's a time to live. If you're looking at the situation in the
Where
country,
in the Bible that say that?
then you look at the country situation. But I think people around you say Yima Boyka wanting to celebrate him at 80 years old, and the money not coming from the government coffers. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't have a problem with that.
It's a problem that the money coming from somewhere else and we don't know. It's a problem
I
that
mean, there's so many things
it will come out as pay to play for favors and other stuff. And that's why we are the fourth estate we investigate. I know that I can say this to you, Glenny. I know how long they've been begging for this money. I know who been begging for this money. I know the president for the foundation and all those that are around him. I was approached. I told them, some of them, that it was a bad time. Number one, you'll have something small. And I also, up to yesterday when Prince Johnson passed away, all seriousness, and I think that they should have changed course. Like everybody said, they should have, consider a small gathering. But when you go to lock down traffic, and the only traffic going to red light, Congo Town, and those places, you're going to close it up. The celebration going to be big. I think the government should reconsider. Everybody said we don't know where the money coming from to clean up the city. You remember during the election time when the current city mayor used to collect money from all over? It's a big problem right now about auditing that money that was coming in. The equipment, the money that was coming in was mismanaged. And people begin to question. These things that carry the name Jose Yiman Bwaka, you have to understand, once you carry the name Jose Yiman Bwaka, it's on Jose Yiman Bwaka. So you go collect money and say his foundation is concerning. Then we'll be here again defending, and nobody will buy the story. So the people of Nimba, while they are mourning, let's mourn with them. And let's just say the truth. At this time, downsize. But on this note, I want to say I think it was a good conversation on this. The Liberian people can decide. The Bwaka family can decide, to each his own. I want to also discuss this other issue. I was just waiting for Eduardo to come in for us to discuss this, but he's making his way. Tomorrow is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the House of Representative ruling. I want to ask you, Clinton, the death of Prince Johnson, do you think it have some significant impact on this ruling coming up?
I don't think it will impact the ruling. I think because the judges have to follow what the law, says. So but now probably over the course of the last few days, they've been working on their opinion, and so they are going to go ahead and decide this issue on the law. I don't think it's going to Prince Johnson that is going to affect whichever way the opinion is going to sway.
Do you think now it changed the majority of blacks? Some of them, the death of Prince Johnson, have changed their mind?
I don't know. In what respect? That somebody like Koga might be leaving the block and going to Senate?
Say that again.
Like in what respect? Whether Prince Johnson death might change their mind about what?
I mean, because if you look at what's happening now, right? That people now begin to negotiate to succeed Prince Johnson for that seat, right? You guys, most of the folks that Musa Belete and Samuel Koga, do you think it have any other dimension to it when they ask and say, listen, we need your support, and people are making promises? One. Two, the Prince Johnson death Is his death strengthening Jeremiah Kuhn or is weakening Jeremiah Kuhn? That will play into this Fonati removal. What say you?
Man, that's a difficult, very difficult one. As far as the fanatic removal, I don't know how much the the death of Prince Johnson is going to impact that. I don't think it's going to have so much of an impact on that. There might be, like you said, negotiations with people like Musa from Nimba on the other side. So people might be trying to make some concessions now. If people like Koga want to contest, they might be reaching across. So yeah, there could be some negotiations here and there. But either way, I don't think at the end of the day, this matter is before the court, and there's going to be a decision just within a matter of days. So whatever political negotiations are going to go through, it's not really going to affect anything because we're going to have a decision in a few days. And that
does it weaken Jeremiah Kuhn or strengthen Jeremiah Kuhn?
I think it's strengthening Jeremiah Kuhn. I mean, it depends where you look at it from. If you believe that Kuhn neglected or betrayed Prince Johnson, then if you're from that school of thought, then of course you will say the people of Nimba will be angry that Prince Johnson put up Jeremiah Kuhn to be the candidate for the MDR, and then he forsook Prince Johnson. He went and sided with Bwaka about the war crimes and all those kind of things. But if you're Jeremiah Kuhn, you are thinking that there's an opportunity for you to fill a void. You are thinking now, as the vice president of the country, you're thinking that Prince Johnson, you no longer have this central figure, this central overarching figure, so you can fill that void. Mind you, the guy is vice president; he has a lot of sway. So I think from his perspective, this is an opportunity for him to fill that void, to go to the people of Nimba and fill that void. I think that's what he's thinking.
Glenn, what say you? Did you strengthen Jeremiah Kuhn or are you going to weaken him even more? With all the hyenas coming down to fight for this seat, now it's like Nimba is open for business, political business now. Anybody can come in and no one there to. Do you think, what position you will put Jeremiah Kuhn in, Glenny?
So, since I am of the belief that Jeremiah Kuhn is the leader right now of Nimba, of the Nimba branch or the Nimba, whatever it is, I think people are looking up to Jeremiah Kuhn right now. He stands as that figure. He's an important figure in Liberia. He's a vice president. People will gravitate towards him. People will look up to him unless somebody else comes after him now and start going before him. Even when they arrive at Jeremiah Kuhn show up to Prince Johnson House first. Jeremiah Kuhn was the one that made it. He was the one at the funeral home who spoke for the wife and the family. So people are gravitating towards him. This is the Nimba County people have the vice presidential seat of Liberia. So I want to look at him as being the leader of the black right now. So right now, we're not talking majority black. Koga will have to fight to be able to get position in front of Kuhn. We're talking Kuhn here, Jeremiah Kuhn. That's the one the Nimba people is looking up to. He's going to be giving the directions of the different traffics right now. He's the one. And he is the one that's up from that people will look towards. Based on how his outlook, his appearance, the way he talks to people, the way he speaks, he will be able to galvanize all of the strength around the Nimba people to be able to put a candidate forward. So they're going to look up to Kuhn. That's how I feel. Nobody else is going to have to speak the law and gospel right now except Kuhn for Nimba. I'm not Nimba, but I see it.
Yeah, before Dr. Richardson coming though, Glenny, the Taiwan Gonglo factor or the Gonglos factor, right? They think that, well, if it's not Samuel Koga or Musa Beliti or any one of those guys, especially I'm calling Samuel Koga name because he have tried almost 3 times for a Senate seat. Don't you think it will be a problem, Glenny?
But let's be fair. Since after the elections, have you heard anything about the Gonglo? Except for him speaking once or twice. Have you heard anything?
Yes.
Has he said anything? Whatever he's been saying has not it's not being pronounced, in my opinion. Has not really been pronounced. People are not really talking about Gonglo. This is now in the town somebody who is a civil servant, a well-learned lawyer. These are some of the things, even with the issue with the Supreme Court. These are things that he should be talking about so people can know it and feel his prominence.
But Glenn, let me interrupt you. Maybe you have not followed Gonglo. Gonglo was at the
I'm just saying when
Glenny, Gongo was on mostly all of the newspaper. Gonglo was there representing Fonati Kofa. Gonglo, he was at the court. Gonglo been speaking. He was on Spawn live after the court, the last presentation. Gonglo been going into studio. Gonglo been traveling to Nimba County and making the case. So maybe you have not heard the Gonglo.
Maybe I haven't.
Been speaking. Gonglo hold the government feet to the fire about massive corruption, about tenure position and everything. He been speaking.
Senator, well, a man like I know Councillor Gongo, a well-learned lawyer, someone who has prominence in Liberia. When Gongo wants to be trouble and he wants to be heard, he knows exactly what to do. I'm not going to be chasing newspaper or chasing stories to hear him. In my opinion, of the OKFM we listen to, I have not heard or felt his presence. And when we're comparing who's going to step forward in Nimba, for me, and not from Nimba County, me, I know right now the Nimba people, they owe me in a few, but that's okay. I'll respond to them later on. But I will say that Jeremiah Kuhn is the one who's up front right now. Until someone else comes to hold his hand, I'm looking up to Kuhn as being the one that's leading the Nimba people right now. Okay,
real quick, Dr. Richardson, why you comment on this one? Jeremiah Kuhn said, I'm not from MDR. MDR, that the Nimba People Party. MDR was founded by Prince Johnson. You got strong men and women in MDR. Can Jeremiah Kuhn do this without being a member of MDR? Or you think Jeremiah Kuhn right now, people are looking up to him, he will be that next leader for the people of Nimba?
You know, this is where I believe that tribalism comes into play in Nimba County, and that's something that we have to pay attention to. The Nimba people are very progressive, but yet and still they appreciate their culture, they appreciate the different tribes in Nimba, primarily the Mana and Gio people. So if you ask any Nibayans if Jeremiah Kuhn is an Nibayan, they will tell you many answers. They will actually give you his history of perhaps his father is not from Nimba. And I'm just telling you because I've asked these questions before. And secondly, you know, we have to look at the relationship between Jeremiah Kuhn and Prince Johnson in the past couple of months, significantly in the past couple of I guess in the past year. And also we have to also factor in the relationship between Prince Johnson and George Weah. Surprisingly, you know, if you remember, there was some recording out there where George Weah said that he supported Prince John. He was giving Prince Johnson money for a little bit of time prior to the election. I don't know if you guys remember that out there. Okay. Now, when Jeremiah Kuhn took over, when Buckeye took over, did the stipend to Prince Johnson continue as whether it was good, whether it was something that was legal or not? Did that courtesy continue? So we have to take all of that into consideration as to whether he's going to be the next person in line to lead Nimba County, because Nimba people certainly, I can tell you, they will take that into consideration, just knowing that they will want to know the relationship between Jeremiah Kuhn and Prince Johnson. Was Prince Johnson speaking to Jeremiah Kuhn? Okay, they want to know all of that. They want to know, is this it's such a is he from Nimba? Number one, you know, his mom we know is from Nimba. I believe she's from the Mana tribe, Jeremiah Cohn. But I don't know. Some say his father is from, you know, the southeastern region. So the Nimba people, they are like that. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson. But again, even Musa say it will be a difficult time for Kuhn, Jeremiah Kuhn. A lot of people saying that it will be a difficult time for Jeremiah Kuhn, but it doesn't mean that he will not succeed if he want to. He just got to go through the difficult time, because yes, the situation. Welcome to the show, Ava. Yes, the situation. Nimba will not be a free ride this time. And actually, for almost 34 years or so, Prince Johnson didn't get it freely. He shed blood. He took bullets. He went through the thick and thin. So the people believe in him. They trusted him. Yes, indeed, you can say Prince Johnson killed people, and they killed some of those that folks that are with him too. But I want to say, just to say where he got at, Clinton, he went through a rough terrain. And the videos are out there, right? Jeremiah Coon cannot be a Prince Johnson. Jeremiah Coon cannot be compared to a Prince Johnson. Jeremiah Coon, everything we know, guess what happened? A lot of bullets will come to Jeremiah Coon, political bullets. Will he be able to withstand them? Now, this is why I feel that Jeremiah Coon, first of all, got to go across the aisle. The MDR, they are concerned right now. Somebody want to come on and ask them to come on maybe tomorrow. They are concerned right now. They say once Jeremiah Coon came out and said, well, I'm no more part of MDR, that was shocking to them. But I knew that Jeremiah Coon had to sign up with Unity Party if he's going to be the vice president, and he did. But whether the announcement was necessary, that's it. That's a whole different thing. Who pushed Jeremiah Coon to give that announcement? I mean, who forced him to give? You want to Prince Johnson program on a Monday. You give the announcement on a Tuesday. And people are puzzled about were you forced? Did Waka ask you to give the announcement? I mean, you're already the vice president. What was your position here? What led you to give the announcement? So people from Nimba began to say, but Stanton, man, Jeremiah Coon, the one he fought on Issa. He fought on Issa Bickley because you can't give the announcement. Then after 2 days or so, the old man died. You can't give the announcement, and everybody knew that you went to the National Election Commission on a Unity Party ticket. But you get that big announcement. And the people now, MDR, which is all mostly Nimbadian, 98%, they say, oh, so we are left without a leader. Now, Dr. Richardson, before I say come in, everything you're going to see now, right, is all because of the funeral. Enemy will hug enemy. Everything you see now, there will be crocodile tears, there will be fakery and everything. But wait after the funeral. Give it 2-3 weeks from now. You will see what people will be saying. Look what Musa Belete said. It will be a difficult time for Jeremiah Coon. Musa Belete is from a district. Samuel Koga is from a district. When Jeremiah Coon takes somebody outside of the representative and put a hand up, and if Jeremiah Coon put your hand up, Glenny, and the people reject you, is that the end for Jeremiah Coon? Because if you put your hand up, I want to bring up your brother in, but go ahead, Glenny.
I keep thinking, going back to the fact that we cannot ignore that the Nimba people are leading the country. Their vice president they have the vice presidential seat. So if they want to ignore the significance that he has in the Liberian government and not listen to him, not work together,
and that's Jeremiah Coon's strength. That's his strength.
That's what he has, and
that's his strength. I agree with you. I agree with you. If Jeremiah Coon was a senator, guess what happened? People are going to be saying, oh, he will not be our leader. He's the vice president. He right there. He knocking on the door of the presidency. When Nimba people look at that and turn their back on him just because, and that's a good point you make. Dr. Richardson,
I think we can also ask, and I can respond to this if you wishes to. Who gave Jeremiah Coon that strength? That's the question that we have to also consider. Who gave it? Prince Johnson. And so if Prince Johnson is no longer in the picture, will the Nimba people still respect Jeremiah Coon? Will you still have the strength that he has now? It's the question that I'm exploring. But
that's a beautiful question. Let's bring in Ava. Ava, welcome to the show, man. I mean, in Liberia, you do anything, come on the show later, man. Look at the time. You go on your hustle?
What hustle? Try to leave my relative alone.
Now you are talking to. Hey, man, want to visit your ex. Ava, can you unmute yourself? Come on.
Yes. How you doing? Glenda, you got ex? I thought you had president.
How you mean get some?
Ex president expire.
Oh yeah, X could be for expiration. What am I do?
He's a pastor.
Over 2 hours business call.
Yeah, man, but I've been there. I asked you a straight question.
You want to know what I'm doing?
No, I just saying to you, brother, the thing about Jeremiah Coon, you want to see the woman X, He's a pastor now, so go accept that. I don't
At
know.
the end of the day, eh?
Then your
My
ex is a
woman said,
pastor, right?
my woman
Then
said,
I get X.
eh?
Why you keep talking about X? I get some. I get
My
X.
woman
I get
said,
present. I get future.
Wendy, the
Now
my
let's go
woman
back
and
to the
said,
show, man.
when somebody, no, this is little Jeremiah Kuhn and Prince Johnson situation, the Nimba situation. Look, Debade can lead. I never see no country where Debade leading. Prince Johnson gone. The people got to accept it. There's a vacuum and somebody will fill it, or multiple persons will fill it. It's just the reality. And right now, the way the bread is butter, the Nimba people will follow Kuhn. He's in the seat for next. You can't underestimate that. Whether he'll win or not, that's another issue. But he is in a seat. He has a situation where he can control, he can build, and I believe he has the personality to build. Look, leaders are not the same in every respect, or a successor does not have to model his path. You think Jeremiah not gotta go kill people to prove that he's strong, man? Like he can't do it. It's a different dispensation. So he has to find his own niche in terms of how he can engage his people, whether he got partial identity with the Mononegio people, and he got his paternal relationship in the Southeast. He got to make it happen. He got to find a way. He got to meet these people. He got to talk to the elders. He got to give gifts. So he got to do what he has to do to build his base and stand on his own. At one point,
Let me ask you this question, because you raised some good issue, and we will be all over this thing, because in the next 3 months there will be an election, right? Do you think if Jeremiah can put somebody hand up and they end up losing the election, it's still a 2029 defeat for him?
No way. It's early, because right now some people perceiving him, what he said, not being a member of the party, the Nimba party, which is considered MDR. You can only care of Nimba party so far. You got to be a national party. They got to open their doors themselves if they want to be relevant beyond Prince Johnson. Because right now, at just MDR, who's stepping in to be the Prince Johnson for them? Within MDR own ranks right now, nobody. I mean, you can identify somebody, they can say that I'm a leader, but will they be committed to that person and support the every stance that Prince Johnson where was bound? When Prince Johnson says something, that's the law, they go by it. I don't see that happening in MDR right now, because there will be some little infighting for people to position themselves to see where they're going. Jeremiah Kuhn is the man, and he's with the Unity Party. Look, Prince Johnson was MDR. MDR was Prince Johnson. Whether they want to accept it or not, the votes will not go the same way. Nobody MDR will put up for senator will get that 60 or 70% of Prince Johnson will getting. Maybe Prince Johnson's wife could come in and be that person, or if one of his kids are politically inclined, they could get that kind of support. But in terms of in the party, I don't see who coming with that kind of gravitas.
So look at the fee right now, right? Look at everything. Let me ask you, who you think? The Gonglos hanging out there, Sam Koga, Musa Berete, Adolphus Dodo, Garrison Giru, and everybody hanging out there, they are looking in. They waited for 2 or 3 weeks. When they lay the old man to rest, they are coming with fire. When you talk to them, they say, Stanton, it will not be business as usual in Nimba. They are saying it. It will not be business as usual. No woman will call the shot. Do you agree, Isaac?
If I had a bet, I would say Koga can go over there and win and be senator. If I had a bet, I can put my money behind Koga. But I think if the Gonglos can say, let's push Edith, she is the one who's really the politician, they may have a shot. She was close before. She can get closer this time, or she can win. So, those two, I see them. One is a dark horse, one is a favorite, in my opinion. But whether Koga wants to run for senator or not, maybe the speakership is more significant to him. He may not be interested with the struggle he's going through right now. And then he tries to lead, then he's reducing that number from 43 to 42. Then it gets more difficult for the bloc, the so-called majority bloc. So the political
Koga, that won't be a how you call it, speaker. Coca would be going for the Senate race. He would be in it. He want to replace Prince Johnson. Koga felt right now he felt entitled. He said, "Stand up, listen. They jump over me the first time, jump over me the second time. The Young Twine issue again. They jump over him. Prince Johnson supported Young Twine. Jeremiah Queen.
They jump over him
3 times. So this time is his time because Prince Johnson not around. So this time is his time."
Let me ask you: the way Prince Johnson is to Nimba County or was since he passed, is there any other county that has a leader that's in that similar situation? I don't even think Joseph Boyka was like to Lofa County like Prince Johnson was to Nimba.
No, there's no one in Liberia today.
So that's a unique situation.
And your question that you just asked, right? Now take Jeremiah Kun outside of take him from Nimba. Take Jeremiah Kun from Nimba. The question gets bigger, Clinton. If Jeremiah Kun remain in this thing to run 2029, his chances. We discuss that because we have other issue to bring forth. We want to discuss other matter again. It's only important that you share the show. You John Spoon. We are here with Sister Glendy. That's her first situation with Richardson. They hacked her phone and took her money. Every money you sent to her, it went to the hacker. We got our brother Clinton. Again, Abatoba, we just from a 2 hours meeting. And we got Mr. Duado, that the government begging to keep quiet, but he said he can't keep quiet. Again, he's making a lot of money. $295,000 is not easy.
Wow.
Duado will not leave that money. Duado will take that money with him. He's not going to Liberia for no job. But again, $295,000 is not easy. I want to say to all of you, if you want your Christmas, we'll be doing the rest something starting Monday. We'll be collecting the bag of rest. Thank God we have been promised 1,000.
Oh, the TVO.
We have been promised 1,000 bag of rest. But guys, I want us to discuss the National Insurance Company of Liberia briefly. National Insurance Company of Liberia. You know, the reason we've been keeping these stories is because of the House of Representatives situation.
Before we move to this next topic, can I ask you a favor, please?
Yes, sir.
Somebody is suggesting that we don't know enough about Nimba politics, and it may be right. Why don't we invite 2 or 3 people from the heat of Nimba political, groups, and let them come on the show to really inform us if we are so far left field. Then I can't share the knowledge. So again, when you come late to church, you miss the summer part of it. We said it on the show. Really getting serious like we said it on the show. They reached out to us. All right, they want to come on the MDR folks and other folks. They want to come and we ask them to join us tomorrow. So tomorrow they will come talk about the Nimba politics. Wonderful. Yeah. I will listen. Again, I will listen. Again, why you always time in a job? Yeah. My man, because they're preaching thing you can do, you're taking it serious.
That we preaching church we are doing a serious.
So Ava. No,
Ava. Taking it serious and being serious.
Ava, let me say this to you.
God need too much.
Ava, you know why I do this? Because I grew up in the church.
Amen.
I can see candles behind you right now. Just imagine the candles behind you.
No, I grew up straight to church. Oh, and,
you like gossip, man, Glenny.
Amen.
Glenny, pastor, bishop, he lost the election and he refused to come back to say, "Yo, thank you for at least bringing me on." Bishop Goba, he lost the election and he refused to come back to say, "Yo, thank you." And Glenny X is a pastor too in Liberia.
But and we asked us about whether you visit the fucking church while he's out there. I said, "You gonna go to the fucking church?"
Let me tell y'all. I actually went to somebody's husband's 70th birthday party, and for the first time, I passed out fucking church. I passed out the I don't know that 49 apartment or whatever. I was like, oh, but I play low empty. Nobody renting that place.
Maybe the place low empty. The place is empty. They got one all ATM in the front. Father Isa.
So, but this is what happened though. So if you leave power, right? If you leave power, you are empty.
Yeah.
And on a serious note, but let's leave that for the 9 condominiums.
And that's my point with Prince Johnson.
But even when we was in power, I went over there a few times. I didn't see anybody occupying the place. So that empty thing has been like that.
Well, you were getting free fuel, so the leg will be on everything. Right now they play that.
You have state security. There's state security. What got in that place? State security.
Can we come back to our conversation?
I got pictures.
Can we come back to the conversation? Yeah, you need your way smaller.
Sorry. Let's go back.
Stella, I wanted to say something finally
Yes,
about what we're talking about, Jeremiah Coon and Prince Johnson. I think we have to consider the nature of the vice presidency. It can be a very non-influential position where someone may describe themselves as a parked car. So it depends on how Jeremiah Coon play his card with that position. That he could either be influential in Nimba or in Liberia as a whole, or not influential at all. The difference between what the relationship between Coon and Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson was more local. He was local. He was involved with the people of Nimba versus Jeremiah Coon right now. Although Jeremiah Coon was a senator before, but Prince Johnson had a long history. So even with Jeremiah Coon being the vice president, Prince Johnson seemed to be able to control things that was happening in Nimba. Now with that loop being sort of disconnected, because if you just say, okay, I'm going to just count on Jeremiah Coon, and there's nobody there to, maintain the godfather figure, if I want to say, or maintain the parenting of Nimba, that leaves of kind of vacuum, that leaves a void. That's what I just wanted to add.
We give Dualu a chance to take a piece of this. But before Dualu come in, let me say this. I'm receiving information that LPP is not considering carrying Ganglo or any Ganglo on the ticket to replace the late Prince Johnson, because you already have a man in the race. Is Young Twine or man? I think that's their argument. So it will be very bad for the guild, and they do not want the party the county to be represented only by Mano. And I think this is a unique argument too. So when Musa Belete said, well, it will be an uphill battle for how you call him.
That was not Musa Belete. That person spelled the name M-U-S-S. That was not our Musa Belete.
No, that Musa Belete. I'm texting with him. So my only thing is that it's only good for us to understand where we're coming from. Let's just see whether it's true. But Duaru, wrap up on this one now. Let's talk about this real quick.
I was listening to you, but I want to establish certain facts or truths that is undeniable. First of all, Prince Johnson, love him or hate him, he was a prominent Liberian citizen. He actually made the last 3 presidents. In his absence, he determined who became president of the country for the last 3 times. So his place in Liberian history, bad or good, it's already been solidified. Now, the death of Prince Johnson, nobody would deny that it's created a vacuum in Nimba County. How that vacuum is filled is left with Nimba County. But I know this, and Nimba might kill me in 4 days, but they divided county in a way that is entirely tribal-based. So the Guild people will believe they need their seat. Now, somebody said Musa Belete is going to run. I hate to say this, and I love the brother Musa, but Musa will have no chance in Nimba County the way Nimba politics develop. First of all, Musa is a Mandingo brother. Look, let me friend with the way things are developed in Nimba County. He's a Mandingo brother. There is no freaking way right now in this current dispensation that a Mandingo person can win in Nimba County. These are some of the things we have to. Yes, I'm telling you, it's not to say this or that, but that's how.
No, I'm not shaking my head because I think you're saying something bad.
Musa have more. Let me tell you, Musa got a better chance of winning senatorial seat in Mosorado County than he does in Nimba County, because Nimba County politics is local, entirely local, and heavily tribal, and that's my position.
So you think Samuel Koga is highly favored in this?
He got more favoritism compared to Musa Belete in Nimba County.
I mean, he came the last election. Koga came second. So I think Koga. But as far as Kun, right? I think Kun, we will see how much influence Kun reach with this by-election, right? We'll see how much he can pull. If Kun is able to influence who becomes the next senator, that is going to say a lot about how he's going to do with 2029. If he's not able, if he supports somebody that lost this election, for me, I think that's going to be it for him.
Yeah.
Well, I think our sympathy to the bereaved family, to the people of Nimba and Liberians home and abroad, for the fallen senator, Prince Yeruwe Johnson. May his soul rest in peace as we move on with the next chapter of the life. We that living now, what is so good for us, let's try to chase it. I was bringing on the National Insurance Company of Liberia. It is concerning that the National Insurance Company of Liberia should be offering insurance to state-owned government people, workers, and every ministries and entities state-owned, and folks that have 40% with the government, that government have share into the business or whatsoever, should be registered under the National Insurance Company of Liberia, which was established during the late Sawyer time. Yes, the cash. That place is bleeding. That place is bleeding. Money is running all of that place like crazy, Glenny. That's what I mean. Money is running all of that place like crazy. There is no check and balance. The boss, the person in charge, his name is Natu Jaba. And I think some of you probably know him or heard of him. The first 160,000 went into that place. In 3 days time, only 40,000 were left in there. We have the document.
Let me mute. Why are you laughing at that?
But what are you laughing about? Let me explain this story.
Well, man,
Those
the
are
way
some
you
of-
get BB money just disappear, my man, so I can really be wondering. Go ahead.
Why you say the name again? Notu Jaba?
No, it's
Yes.
Notu, not Natu. Nortu.
Natu Jaba. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that
So-
Ava cousin.
Correct.
There you go.
The Abba is on the money too. The first 160,000 that went in there, only 40,000 left there in 3 days. The place is damaged. NASCO have refused to do business because every year NASCO should be putting 500,000 in that place. Somebody asked our friend and brother DeWitt from Bubu. Sorry if I missed his name again. So it's only important the education ministry and all the other people should be contributing. Yes, the issue. Yes, the issue. The person that was appointed by His Excellency Joseph Yuma Bwaka, Madam Seli rejected that individual from our government because of serious allegation. When the president came, the president brought that individual back and said, go over to the National Insurance Company of Liberia. Now, we will have time after Tuesday to share those documents with you guys. It is damaging. It is frustrating. You want to ask why DeWitt from NASCA not doing business with the insurance company. Instead of DeWitt, Abba gave that portion of the business to Omega Insurance. And Omega Insurance, a private-owned, Ghanaian private-owned business, receiving that money. Duado, you're going to get mad.
Manager eating up.
Somebody from Ghana
Eating up.
receiving that money. And that place will also be generating millions of dollars every year that will go into the government coffers. But every small money that comes in that place, Abba Corsi, Notu Jaba, cannot find any reason to make it available into that account. What I just said, we will show these documents and we will tell the nation that's another place that the government need to look into. It's a free for, it's a free for all, and money is running from that place. The second thing, and we'll do this real quick because in 19 minutes we should be all of it. Oh no, it's nothing to 6, right? So we just here for a little bit. Yeah, for another hour, 19 minutes. You guys want to take a piece, anything you know about the National Insurance Company? Again, let's talk about it, but please don't go in too deep that I share this document with you guys. The first money that went there from the House of Representatives, 160,000, that was put into place prior to Buffer Chima leaving. Immediately they got there, they took that money. In 3 days, only 40,000 left. They cannot give any account of that money. 8 places have been turned to be a cash cow, and the money just running. Clinton, you were in government before. You know about this insurance something. Talk to us.
They tell you a licking lip. Go ahead, Clinton.
Look, I don't know a lot about the National Insurance Company of Liberia, frankly, until Sam Mana was appointed to the National Insurance Company of Liberia, and even then, for many people, that was like, go somewhere where nobody will see you. So nobody really pay attention to the National Insurance Company of Liberia. But it is frustrating with most agencies in Liberia what you see happening, especially now on a government that came to power on a promise to change things in the country, to change the culture of corruption, to prosecute people who were misappropriating and investing in state resources. So this is troubling. Interestingly, the National Insurance Company has a board of directors. So I don't know. These people should be overseeing these corporations. I don't know where the board goes and just sleep, but how are these people, funneling all this money? Who's signing up on all these? I don't know, but it's interesting. But now is like, I mean, we'll see more when you put up the documents, but hopefully there is enough that is going to claim the attention of the president. But again, you don't understand with this president, and I know you have people in the comment section with Kim with the CDC thing, but you don't understand. Like, if this individual was, he had problems from the Ellen era, and there was some issue with corruption. He was being rejected by President Shirley. How did he pass the president's vetting team to become head of another government agency? That's another thing.
You raised a couple of issues here, and the guy's going to get into it. How did it happen? The president never had no vetting team. I know Glennie and my sister bring your friend. Glennie bring her friend. I take her friend. That's it. No vetting team. And you are quite correct. That's why we are in where we in today. And I can tell you for sure, people that, anyway, let me leave that one for that. The lawyers that were involved, we got a name and we got a document. All right. And just for point of correction, it was founded, established under Samuel Kyan Doe. All right. Not Sawyer. Glendy, let me hear you, my sister.
So I think it would be good to see the documents. But one thing that's significant, if early time there was an issue with this individual, it's just like you say, if the check and balances are not there, we're just recycling people. And in the process of recycling, you don't even know who has the interest at heart to go and be focused on the needs of the country and doing the work correctly. So I know not too personally, I was joking with Ava because we know him, but I would like to see if this, based on, until we see the documents, if these allegations are true, that's alarming. For people to be paying their insurance or paying insurance or have an insurance company, and whatever dividends or whatever you're getting, you're already eating it up. When people really go through a risk or they really go through losses and they need the insurance to be covered, the loss to be covered, what's going to happen? So this is kind of serious.
So, but Lady, though, everybody, with exception of Dr. Richardson here, and at some point, Ava came on to support Joseph Boakai. Madam Salif corruption rejects land in Boakai's government. That was the headline when Java was appointed. That was the headline. And the same reason, if you go back to Madam Salif Day, and the Unity Party people are confused. And now the same thing is happening at our entity. And when we say these things, because we got the document now, I just don't talk if I don't have documents, because people say, oh, still no, you're just talking blah blah blah. You guys have challenged me here, and I may ask if I shame so many times. So my issue here is that we're going to run with this story again. After Tuesday, we're going to run with this story because it's the only reason why we can help this country. The first 3 days from the House of Representatives. Now you ask the people from finance, what's going on? You know what they said? They said, stand up, we are not there. And Dwayne, this one will hit you. We are not there to question Duaru what he going to do with his money. Once the money come in and we know the money there, it's not our work to question what you're going to do with the money. Every document is ready. We gave you the money. Duaru, come in before we go to Dr. Richardson.
But Stanton, look. That statement alone is criminal in nature. This is government's money. Look, you know, sometimes when we come here, and I hope my brother Governor Clinton takes some lesson from this, and hopefully he does. This administration that we heavily supported, I've said this repeatedly, continues to light the Liberian down with some of the decisions being made. Look, when we make decisions, and the decisions is not for posterity, it's not going even for our children. That decision doesn't just hurt us, it hurts the entirety of the country. These are the kind of people believe, Stanton, that you can do whatever you want in government. And with total impunity, nothing gonna happen to you. So people continue to do the same thing over and over. Let me say this. And my UP brothers will hit me for this. President Boakai's silence or his reluctance to act continues to facilitate the incursion that is happening against the Liberian people when it comes in this kind of action. Why would anybody be brave in that? Dwalu is a director of the National Insurance Agency of Liberia. Then they put money yet can they are yet take it. And nothing comes from inside. We talk about it. Somebody will say, "Oh,
let me interrupt you. Why the 500 or so thousand are coming from NASCAR? That should be. Why is it going to a Ghanaian business insurance company called Omega?
Stanton, you don't even want to bring that one to me because people will call me xenophobic. Let me say this to you guys. The Ghanaians will not allow us to start a chicken feeding business in Kumasi easily. They will control every single lot of that. We bequeathed our entire heritage to a people that are taken from us and taken to the country. There is I don't have no qualms with the Ghanaians, but this is my position. In Liberia, let Nimba County make Liberian money. Let Basa make Liberian money. Let person from Cape Man. This is our home. There is nothing the Ghanaians have done or doing with insurance that we cannot do. But if Governor Clinton myself decide to go form an insurance company, they will give us hell. Why? Or I've had government officials tell me this very straightforward. Man, that Dwalu, you get rich in the country, nobody be able to control him. Why you want to control people like me?
Wow. Glenny? That's all right, Glenny. Dr. Richardson? Lord, please take Glenny's name from my head. Please take Glenny's name. Dr. Richardson?
Yes. I think I heard you say that the headline talked about how Ellen's reject is now in Buckeye's government. I actually appreciated the first turn of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I think she meant well for Liberia at that time, and she did the best that she could coming from, a war situation. But I don't think I would use Ellen Johnson's second term or even her government as a yardstick for, corruption clean person to be put in position. So I think the fact that this government looked at, Nartu Jala and put him in charge of the insurance, the government's insurance company, it's just absurd to me. I don't know whether they vetted him, whether they read the newspaper that you are quoting right now, whether they knew his background, that she has some concerns about him, or Liberian has some concerns about him, and now put him in charge. So I don't expect him to be a better keeper of Liberian people insurance company or the money based on his background. I just don't. I'm sorry that this happened to Liberian people, that this money was used like that. That's just indicates how we the rescue government is not protecting, or the president Booker is not protecting Liberian people. I think that these little things, it seems little, but I'm sure it has some big impact, good ripple effect on the government. Yeah, there we go. It says Manoseli corruption rejects lands in Booker's government. So to me, these it looks little, but it's a big deal. If you came to rescue Liberian people, you would be getting rid of all these simple little things. You'd be very, very meticulous about the people that you entrust the Liberian people money with. You'll not be doing this. So it's concerning to me. So I don't know if this government came to power to promote friendship or to work for the Liberian people. That's the question I keep asking myself. Are we here to bring people who are recycled, who just to keep recycling the same old people, as if to say there isn't any other young people with such knowledge in the country that can do this job? I don't understand this. It's not making sense to me at all.
Thank you. Ava?
Yes. I mean, who's the other person with the cap?
Ava?
Yes, can you hear me?
If this is the strategy, let me take it down. You want to speak to?
No, I was just wondering if that's the deputy or he was a former head of NICO. So, we know NICO came about, I think, based on a decree from the PRC. So basically, it started around dual time. And it's been around, but it's been in the shadows. And even when he said Sam Manning took over, because I work in the insurance sector as an underwriter, as a consultant for a while. We offered to help Sam Manning, but they wanted to go in a different direction. I don't know Natu background with respect to insurance or what he's done in the sector, but I think we need, again, you say I would love for you to make me shame consistently when I ask for information, when allegations are put out there, whether we like it or not. This platform is a very powerful and influential platform. People believe the information that comes from here and they carry it as gospel. And for them to do that, we need to back it up with information that is tangible and basically physical proof that these things are happening and people are violating the laws of Liberia. People are stealing from Liberia. Yes, we want Liberia to be straight. We're not play around with the people who are accomplices or perpetrators of these corrupt acts or undermining the stability of our country. And I agree with Dralu. I even asked Josiah Joka when the issue came out that they were giving money to other insurance companies. I said, what about NICO? And basically he said they're going to be having an agreement with NICO to provide insurance. Well, I don't know what's the volume compared with other companies or whatever. I reached out to Notu and asked the same thing. He said, oh, we're going to have an agreement. But still, the point you're raising about some misfeasance of money being misused are there, we need proof, and maybe Notu could come and defend his actions based on the documentation you provide.
And let me say this to you.
There is history. There is history.
For clarity, sorry to cut you off. I reached out to him. He refused to answer. I sent text messages. He refused to reply, and he saw them. Just to be transparent, even more, I reached out to him. I sent him messages, and he refused. And now I'm giving him time that he can come and clear his name while we discuss this issue after Tuesday, because we expect the Supreme Court to be ruling, then for us to get into that. But we will discuss this. I mean, the connecting aspect. You remember how about when I think you brought it up about Josiah Joket? They have it, and I said, no. Why should we go outside of the government, and, to do these things? So it was a good thing. And I said no, because these stories were coming up, and I think it's more harmful and dangerous for us to sit here and like Eduardo said, champion foreign national and reach them, like what LEC did, Money Captain did to that Ghana guy, giving him $26,000 every month, and now they are out. Thank God they are out. And there's something happening. But massive kickback, massive looting is happening, and these allegations need to be verified. These people need to speak on it. I don't care whether they come here or go somewhere else, but they need to speak on it. Unity Party is getting into the mindset like sedition. If you talk about them, they say, "Oh, you're against us. You're anti-government. Oh, don't talk about us. Oh, yeah. No. Go anywhere you want to go. But we still have to hold you accountable because you work in the government." So having said that, again, guys, we're discussing. I want us to do the FIA, complaint concerning MedTech. This one, you saw the first letter. We got so many information coming out. This is how the story go. I read this story over and over and over. Anyone on this show have said anything to Liberia in the use MedTech? Daughter, I know you were using MedTech in the past, right now. When you say you're 100 trucks, Oh, that Mary broke freedom. So that your mom. Anybody say anything? Yeah, that Mary broke free daughter stuff. So that your mom. Yeah, I just remember Mary Bro. I know they're gonna fire Mary Bro too. But I don't think she's doing anything better over there. She's supposed to go with Money Captain. But anyway, if you say you go to
Mary
Liberia,
bro, so call you, and you know I don't want to cost you crew.
no problem. I'll take it. For Liberia, we take it. Mary Bro gotta go. She gotta retire. I mean, she have gotten enough from government. Let she go in the private sector now. It's not a bad thing. But let's come back to this whole thing about MedTech. And this is the story, Eduardo. And I will share it. Hey, guy, if I share the document with you, please, 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 let's keep it there after the House of Representatives story. Eduardo, if you carry your truck to Liberia and they charge you $5,000 to pay, right? FIA accusing MedTech that MedTech is charging Liberians 3 times more than the actual price from LRA. And that extra money, MedTech is not reporting it. I hope you guys understand. I just very brief. They are charging, if you send your anything to Liberia and you say to pay $100, MedTech will charge you 3 times that amount.
Man.
FIA is calling them money laundering. FIA is saying it's illegal. Right now it's happening. Sam Bennett, Montgomery, Double Jada, they cannot speak to this because it's a whole big cartel. The people are complaining. They go to MedTech. MedTech gave them 2 vouchers. Go to the bank and pay. They go down to LRA, pay the LRA on, go to MedTech, pay the MedTech on. On what they give LRA, MedTech still get 1.5%. And they are not reporting it. When they reach out to Double, listen, that Double Jala, people say he's an integrity icon. I think it was before the war. It gone. That integrity icon was before the war. No, seriously. They are exploiting our people. So FIA opened a new investigation. And Double Jala said he cannot speak to this. It is beyond him as commissioner. He said he can speak to it. So the letter was written. We read the letter. Let me see if it's still up here. Okay, thank God. The letter was written. MedTech telling FIA that go screw yourself. Read it. It's there.
Stanton, but why you think MedTech will get the kahunas to even respond in that way if they're not depending on something? MedTech come to my country and dictates to me, and we accept it as though they are from Grand Crew County. We accept it that they're from Nimba County. MedTech is a foreign entity that comes out. Look at the kind of letter. It's disrespectful. It's inconsiderate. It doesn't even care that they're talking to a government agency. And
Daru, you see nothing here. Wait for us to display this document and talk more about it. It's scary. The man they call Double Jada, he's sitting there. He's sitting right there. The man they call Double Jada. He's telling, say he cannot speak to this. The people overcharging.
You already read the letter last night. Let the people hear the letter again, please.
Go ahead, read it.
The way the letter is written is so condescending. It's in your face. First of all, accusation against MedTech. We acknowledge receipt of your letter dated November 15, 2024 and addressed to MedTech Scientific. What is scientific about them? I don't know. Limited. With reference number blah, 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 in which you allege that the information reaching the Financial Intelligence Agency speaks of Metec's arbitrary charges against import documents for goods brought for processing, and further that when these charges are challenged and corrected by the LRA, overpayment are not restituted to the co-signing by Metec. And as such, since that one, where you circle that one read.
Okay, let me put it up.
That one you circle here. Additionally, and assuming without admitting that any of the alleged acts
that's a librarian, that's a typical librarian lawyer.
On a factual basis, which certainly is not the case. The truth will still remain that FIA has neither the authority nor the credibility to write Metec about this. Look at that kind of thing. Certainly, the FIA has no jurisdiction to investigate acts or cases of extortion and corruption. Can you imagine? Least to ensure restitution. Certainly, if the alleged overpayment were indeed challenged and corrected by LRA, it means the complainant are aware the Metec is a contractor of LRA, which has the authority over Metec, and that the normal obvious recourse. First of all, the letter is incoherent to begin with.
I'm not reading the letter. You got this bad. Start getting bad. Read it. Waiting for you. Let me say something to you, Eduardo, and everybody that listens to us. Metec owner double jada is a disgrace. LRA owner double jada is a disgrace. Gregor Montgomery is still there from Jowea Town. Sam Burnett is still there. Rogers, who are one of the how you call him, the custom. He was Metec.
I'll say
Samora. Yeah, man, Sam Burnett. Samora, who was Samora, the brother to the bank governor now. He's there. They said nobody can touch him. All of them there. There's a whole cartel. They charge you 3 times, and they take that extra money, and they close the mouths of senators and representatives and government officials, and they take home big amount. They add everything that was done, the final report, special Senate Outcome Committee, American, DeLong, and all of them. They put all the sweetie together. September 19, 2024. Vlad. We all sat on the show when Metec and Double Jada gave free car $96,000 to Ami Muda and allowed his boat to come in the country freely, and they said they didn't know. They said they didn't know. Can you imagine? They are overcharging the poor people that are struggling. Can you imagine? Glenny, talk to us. Talk to us while I upload this thing, Glenny. But you read the letter already now. So it's a big fight. They're charging Metec for another money laundering. But you know what the guy said for Metec? He said, when I come to nothing, they beat the first one, they can beat this one again.
But they know the system. Yeah. They've been dealing with the system. They know the people they're working with. They know what they can do to change hands, for things to change hands. So until we have a government that hold people accountable, people can just walk into the country and have prominence on things compared to other Liberians. You think a Liberian company outside of Liberia would be able to have such prominence in our country? They will not be able to do that. These people, they learn the ropes. They know which buttons to press. They know who to talk to. They're connected. So what can you say? Someone writes you a letter like that and you don't find it insulting? If it's okay with them, it's okay with me. What can I say? I mean, we've talked about Metec. We've talked about so many other organizations, foreign organizations that are established in Liberia with different companies and the things that they do, and nothing has happened. So they should have even written a worse letter than that one. They should have even cost them saying Pella if they like it.
No, but the cost there, it's a Liberian cost. You know, Lenny, when somebody giving you a hard time, they're talking nonsense. Get up from here, man.
Yeah, look at my face, man. Look at my face. That is letter there. Yeah. Like, I don't really care what you have to say.
But Dwalu, my man, you can't. Why can't you call it papi and tell some other thing there?
I'll let you. You got John, we are there to you. Look, my man, they think you're full of my boy. I won't lie to nobody.
You know, when we sit over here, sis, Dr. Francine, you want to say something before I come in?
I mean, there's not much to add except that the disrespect that my mama. Sorry, guys. Okay, I don't have my. I got busy house here going. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that begin when intentionally whenever Dr. Richardson ready to speak, that when he cried.
Grandma.
He's very intentional. But let me say this, folks. This is not a joking matter. This is not a laugh.
It's not.
This is serious. This is hurting our country. Imagine, for the sake of God, you hustle, you sell your goods. Medtech and LRA cheating you. Imagine. Intentionally. And when FIA begin to investigate, Dr. Jala say, I got no comment. The commissioner, Dr. Jala, say, I got no comment.
That is not being provided by the port. What service does Medtech provide that is not being
The
provided?
custom from LRA should be providing those services.
Simple. Explain the operation of customs and the duty, brings the expertise.
And all the money will remain in the government. Not 20%, all. But you see what happened? That's the reason why we took Joe from there.
Yeah.
But then here comes Joseph Barker with Sylvester Grisby, Jeremiah Kuhn, all of them. They said, no, keep Medtech.
For what?
Keep a CTN. Do you know the owner of CTN also now own another company that doing business with Kupokra at Labor Ministry, doing work permits? So the first one they gave her, she couldn't cooperate. This government gave her a new one to tell her, thank you for your job, well done. I mean, when we say this thing, people think that, but you know me though. I'll champion Joseph Barker, but we just got to speak truth to power. I think the president is slipping. At the age of 80 tomorrow, he'll be 80 years old. It getting serious.
Sometimes he's supposed to about it many days. If you hear the puppet talking, the vision he has for this country, to see him, sometimes I say, Honorable Barker, look at what you told us. How you will set a foundation for this country. We will reorient the direction of this country. We'll lay the foundation so the young people can take over and chart a new course for this country. There will be definition towards the private sector. These are things that Papa told to my own ear. And sometimes we're just doing the same thing. What we've done for the last 80 years, for the last 100 years, we are trying, it's like a ferry in the Ferris wheel. We're just running. Says Glennie, we're running heavily, but we ain't going nowhere. How are we doing it?
So I want to say this to you. Saying, as a verse, I love the Bible. James 2 verse 26. Faith without work is dead. Passion without action is dead. Joadu, you can have faith. I'm going to remove the mountain. If you don't make the attempt, the mountain will not be removed. Joseph Barker can have all the passion. It will turn to sweet passion, but without action. We have to say this. Yeah, when you talk to the old man, he got love. He got love.
With LRB with the law LRB 2, I can't argue against
love.
Right now.
Well, how can we sit here and just agree that this love and this passion will transform our country? How can we sit here and just agree that is sweet love of liberty that brought us this far will transform our country? We need action. That's why they can say that love will eat. You got to pay.
But the Freeport is the Freeport is but the Freeport is look. People are taking the goods, Stanton. I know people that were shipping through Liberia. They are avoiding the port of Monrovia. They are shipping to Conakry. They are shipping to Freetown, and we are losing money.
Yep.
So the thing about this is, if you're going to have a president who dwells, as you say, who wants to reorientate the country or reorient the country, it's like you don't do that. I mean, all this waste income, and if we really get rid of the waste in government, we can redirect that money to development. You know, we can redirect that money to our education system, to our healthcare, to our infrastructure. You know, there's going to come a time that we're going to be begging around to these different countries, and they're not going to listen to us. That's where the world is going to. You know, we have isolationists happening slowly in this side of the world. Why would the taxpayers of another country want to finance us when we are corrupt and our money is being redirected in other places? Or a foreign country can come in our country. I mean, foreign companies can come in our country and tell us what to do and how to do it, and when to jump, and we say hi hi. It should not be that way. We should really buckle down. If we want to reorient our country, if we have vision for our country, if we have passion for our country, then we should cut out all of these wastes, these governmental wastes. Like you said, why can't the Ministry of Commerce take care of the job that MedTech is doing in our country? I don't understand why not. Why should MedTech have any right to charge Liberia more than they are?
You ask a good question, I answer it quick. You like the answer. Because your people in the government get a share in MedTech. The more money they make, the more money they take home. Period. People in this government get share in MedTech. You cannot touch MedTech. You cannot. Dr. Richardson, you can. Ministers, directors, they all get a share in MedTech. Senators and other lawmakers get a cut in MedTech. And you get a rescue, go touch MedTech. They will rescue all of the government. So your question is unique. Your question is 100% unique. We presented documents to Amara Conan, documents to DeLong, documents to everybody, Dwadu. As of today, the people sending nonsense to us and say, you know why? Your day was bad, but we're giving you the last warning. Let it know, it's in the chat room. They took over a month destination inspection contract between the government of Liberia and Metal Certificate Limited. They tell us you're going high and operate. So every complaint, everything Metal did, they say you're going to operate, Dwalu. Can you imagine? This is who we are.
What is scientific about MedTech, Dr. Francine?
The money.
Yes, and and this is the disappointing thing about this, guys, and Glendy, is that if we say we really love our country, we need to be more patriotic than this. And patriotic just shouldn't be in the words that we state in what we say. It should be in our actions. And if this government suspects and has evidence that somebody is not powerful enough or not vetting, how MedTech is charging Liberians more money, then they need to go. Why are they there? I don't understand. Even my great-grandmother, myself, if I were there, and if somebody forced me to be corrupt, let me go. Because you're not serving the Liberian people, you're not following the mandate for which this government came to exercise or to demonstrate. You guys came to rescue the country from George Weah. And that's what it should be. And part of rescuing the country means that you have to be letting people go. When you let LRRC, the leaders there, you let them go. What are they any different than the leaders in other places?
You don't just let them go. You arrest them, put handcuffs, and then prosecute them.
That's right. That's right.
So now I can get value.
I get me. What you say?
Dwalu, Benny, Dr. Richardson asked a question. LRRC people, are they less better than the MedTech people?
I know where you're going.
LRRC people, the government got to get in 600,000. MedTech people bringing in millions of dollars. LRRC people, only Prince Moyi were getting money. MedTech, you get other senators and ministers getting money from them. Hundreds of thousands. They gave your commerce minister 96,000 on the spot. Then you're going to ask why they let LRRC people go like yesterday. But the people are saying MedTech yet to stay. Because today is Friday. MedTech don't get somebody $50,000 for the weekend. You know how much MedTech making? Go in other method. LRA, Double Jala will stop you. Gabriel Montgomery will stop you.
But
have you seen Gabriel Montgomery mansions and Sam Bennett?
I don't think Honorable Double Jala got any powers to stop you from auditing Metec. It's not a statutory duty. Why would he?
If you take over an entity, the first thing you should do before you take over, you order an audit.
Correct.
To allow the people to know what you're receiving, and when you are leaving, what you're leaving back. Double Jala, as of today, he refused.
Has he requested?
Because I said the man refused in the big capital letter, in the past tense with the ED. In a capital letter, you got to put ED to the end, right, Glenny? In the BB letter, then with ED to the end. Refused. How do you pronounce that? Refused? How do you want me to pronounce it? The man refused. Yes, the issue. It is bad for our country. That I don't know what's going on. Our president will be 80 years old in a few hours. He's tired. Our president is tired.
No, he can't be. He cannot.
No, he can be. No, he's tired.
Wait, stand up. But you guys were just pushing this. No, but still, you were just pushing the man about a year ago. Then you said the man tired. So how? Well, no, but another issue. The issue is so in 1 year ago, you didn't know this man was old.
No.
So what was young? We used to see.
No, but that's not the problem. We can talk about Joria. You let Joria be able to do man. The man say
Ask a question. The president Bugger is tired.
But 1 year ago, didn't you know this 1 year ago?
Bugger has strength. He was in government.
Got 5 more years to go.
1 year ago, let me say something to y'all. 1 year ago, Bugger wasn't running a government. 1 year ago.
But the man was in government before you. That's 12 years. You said 40 years.
Yeah. Maybe I think it's not a joke. President Bugger is tired. When we talk about RRC, when we talk about the $22 billion road, that NHA, Vlad, running Guinness and jumping around eating money for contractors. When we talk about the Internal Affairs Minister, the allegation of rape upon him. As of today, they're blaming the woman, but they're not blaming the man. The U.S. government is involved and asking for full investigation. The woman is getting a lawyer ready to speak. I get government official telling me, but they kept the woman saying it's fake. I said, did you ask the minister whether he slept with a woman in the hotel? Was he the one in the picture, on the photo, in the video? How dare you look at that woman and say she lied? But the man that is in the video, you cannot question him. How dare you? Everybody loves to eat extra chicken. But if the chicken says, don't eat it, don't eat it. No. Let's get this thing straight.
Everybody loves to eat extra chicken.
If I go to the buffet, I eat grilled chicken and I eat fried chicken.
I guess we can't end the Glenny Fizz on this one.
But you're messing me up, man. You're messing me up, man. If you go to the buffet, it's optional. Eat all you can eat. But not all chicken good for you. And that is wrong. They are blaming the victim. The woman is crying. The woman is begging. And you get unity partisan leaders putting finger to the woman and say she's lying. But they have failed to go ahead and ask Francis Yemeni, are these allegations true? The president, Joseph Yeman Boyka, just cannot ask Francis Yemeni, are you the one in the video putting up your clothes? No. But they blame the woman. They're saying the woman lying. I mean, for God's sake, are we rescuing Liberia, my people? For the sake of God, are we rescuing Liberia?
That's
a good question. Yeah. And I will rest on this because I know you guys got to speak. Joseph Yeman Boyka last year, the year before. You don't let me talk.
Talk.
No, you're seditious. I can't talk right now. I'll win.
You say the papi tired, the papi cannot be tired. Let me tell you that the papi knew the dogginess of this position is the presidency. The papi sits in his office, he delegates, and people report to him. He reviews those reports and he makes decisions. That doesn't call because the public cannot make that kind of decision. It's a grueling position. You remember Ellen Johnson said, "He states, I was in Liberia, so not 10, 11 o'clock, she's at work. She knows what's going on." The public should know what is going on because it is his name that we go on every single day. Look, Stanton, there should be nobody that work underneath you, that their survival should overtake the legacy of your family. If they cannot protect their own family name, enough for you to make that decision. You have to act. You have to act. We had a younger president that spent literally half the time out of the country. We never saw him. He was either high or drunk. Then we get an older president. Now we can't see the papi.
Now you say he tired.
I said nothing tired.
No, but papi tired. We can go up and listen, guys. You know me, huh? I will eat my dry rice. I'll be happy. I leave for the show. I go downstairs. I eat my boiled egg. I drink my tea. I put my Netflix on. I'm good. Leave out where you at. Leave out John Money Bear with me. Sleep here, two of us.
Me, I go to the president who are people right there. So
and the next day, leave out, get up and go to school tomorrow Saturday. We'll go get our haircut. Stand on Junior, my grandson and myself. Get a sharp haircut. Get ready for Sunday. That's all we want. God money us. Let me say this to you. Who money you in Liberia? Who care for you in Liberia? When you get MedTech taking millions of dollars away from you. Joseph Boga had promised everybody during campaign time that MedTech will go, CTN will go. Everybody was promised. What happened today? MedTech is overcharging you triple. And Double Jalanan dare to do anything. It's embarrassment. Joseph Boga is tired. They will tell Joseph Boga and King the River said before he come at the day end. Every other thing that happening, that blah. Do you know the situation with LPRC right now? The importers. Do you know what's happening with them and LPRC right now? Name me one entity in government or one ministry if we don't have a story on them. Name me one.
What is the story? Because all I've been hearing, Amos 2 has been doing very, very good.
Okay. And you know what? We'll put you in our chat room. When I share this document, you have access to them. But you can promise us you will not share with Sedition, that's all.
I was saying that script, Joe. Yeah, you.
So, but here's the issue. If the president is tired, we need to say he's tired. He's a human being. 80-year-old. Show me one 80-year-old man that will stay up from morning till evening. Show me one. You know what happened in Sierra Leone? When they took President Boga in Sierra Leone and there was no hotel book, they didn't tell you that one. What? You know what happened in Sierra Leone?
What happened? Tell us.
What?
When they took the airline, Sierra Leone, you get Sierra Leone.
What? Wait. That's another story. They flew the president of the Republic of Liberia.
They drove by road.
He drove.
Okay, so he drove to Sierra Leone with all accommodation they already booked.
I mean, people were on the way, they were still looking for a hotel.
He should fire the protocol people, everybody should be fired.
I mean, let
me say this. You know what hurting some of us, right? And I will call the names. What were those people? What were they? That the president had brought close to himself, that destroying his legacy and destroying them. The same thing with Bijo we are on. You bring somebody to work in JFK and work at the Ministry of Health. The person building a big hospital. I mean, maybe Joey left from the age where 60 something. to be 80 years when he came back to rule Liberia. Because there's no different. There's no different. And everything we are saying here, we got document. Everything we are saying. My brother, my sister, my fellow Liberians, we love Joseph Yima Bwaka and happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday.
But Joseph Yima Bwaka, the president of the Republic of Liberia, he can realize the Americana said the first year is a wasted first year, a sad. Are we going into the second year with the same thing? Simo? You ask yourself, Roland Guinness and Prince Tamba, take them into the second year. They will not do anything better. They have proven themselves. Look at the appointments today. Look at the appointments today, my people. Joseph Yima Man said that only old people can run Liberia. But you know what? We just from Thanksgiving, and today we're V.S. Tottenham birthday, and tomorrow Joseph Bwaka's birthday.
We need to cancel our birthday.
They got to cancel it and just do one president day. That's all.
Thank you.
All that yama birthday is a waste. And we have to talk about it for all those years. Somebody going to get vexed. Liberia is still worse than they ever ruled our country, and we're still celebrating their birthday. But that's okay. That's why another day.
Holidays, yeah, too plenty. People, we're not working.
We have to champion this cause. There's a big story coming up on this entity. Big story. Have you asked yourself where is Sylvester Grisby? Somebody asked where is Sylvester Grisby?
Ask.
People within themselves right now, they are so happy, right?
And
because they get something to eat and they care less about the other people.
Yeah.
That's not rescue. You only get all her people in position so she'll rescue she and her family to help with the Liberian people and the people of Buchanan. Even today, you saw her brother or whosoever on the list to go to LEC. They only came to rescue the family. They never came to rescue you. The University of Liberia will not be open. One whole year under Joseph Yima Bwaka, the university will not be open. They have rescued the university. They have. They rescued the university not to open. And when you talk, then you get somebody hanging around saying they meant anti-government. Where were you before you say somebody anti-government? You tell we sit back and you go and you destroy the government, you corrupt, you steal, and nothing you can show for it, you womanize. So I'm not mad. But we just got to tell the Liberian people the truth. So guys, from my end, I think the show was a beautiful show today. We're going to be having the people of Nimba here tomorrow to talk about Prince Johnson. We're going to take the whole day that the people of Nimba will talk about Prince Johnson. This issue in our country, the brother-in-law, and to Yombly Kanga Lawrence, the deputy for administration. Can you imagine the deputy for operation that Yombly causing? The whole LDC going to the Yombly Kanga Lawrence family. Is that what we came to rescue? Imagine 5.something million Liberians. Give the whole LDC to Yombly. Give it to Yombly. We beat on Joshua for these things.
Exactly.
There is no other person in Liberia but the Yombly family. I know my own sister, them, the Yombly sister, them, and my family too. They will get very with me. That's fine. Listen, the brother-in-law, the cousin-in-law, everybody go to LDC, go get a job. Tell me who over there? Who will do check and balance? The first thing will tell you that our cousin, she's a protest. That my sister, she's a protest. You can't touch me.
LDC may just collapse.
It already collapsed. Young people fall down. Then tomorrow, young little boy and say, I want to be president or vice president, pick me. And this is serious. This is wickedness. When we sit and champion the cause for the very poor people, then everybody doing it for the brother and the sister. And Joseph Yima Bwaka agreed and say, I'm under pressure. I have to do it. So let's close the show. Sister Francine, you got to talk. You got to know yourself when I'm serving you, right?
Yeah, thank you for that consideration. I'm actually using my cell phone right now, and I'm not home. But it was a great show. I think that we should continue to watch what's happening in the next couple of days with the death of Prince Yomi Johnson, Senator, excuse me, of Prince Yomi Johnson. It's such an interesting event to watch politically. Um, I think that we should be speaking to the Liberian people. I know that the buck stops with President Buckeye, but again, we don't like ourselves. I mean, if we go into different positions just to steal from the government or from the regular, from the average Liberian man, then Liberians, we don't like, we just dislike. We dislike we dislike ourselves, So the only thing I want to just speak to you guys that we got to continue talking. We got to continue, making sure that people who are in government do what's right by the government. We got to ask the government for a vision. I think, I've been consistently asking on this platform. I think, Dwally, you can attest to that. Give me a vision of each of your arrest agenda. Go put a big board of the different schools in in Liberia. Tell me, what are you doing about them? Are they, in a position where you think that they are viable, that the outcomes are productive coming out of them? The same thing. Do the same thing with the different hospitals. Do the road project, Give me some timeline. Tell me, those are the kind of things that I think the Ministry of Information and also President Booker should be talking about, but I don't get to hear or see any of those things. Every day I see, this agency is stealing, this agency is stealing money, or, this person is stealing money, and, the president is tired and he's trying, but we just don't like ourselves. That's all I have to end by saying. We need to be more patriotic, not only in our words, but in our deeds.
So the people saying, Stanton, Jose Yima Bwaka hotel was booked by the government of Sierra Leone. That was why it was delayed. So you're not here the excuse, right? The reason why it was delayed because I Sierra Leone government make it delay was booked by the government of Sierra Leone. Listen, let me tell you something, man. You never said it, but I should say it before you come up with that lame excuse. Let's close the show, man. As if your computer going or talk to us, my brother.
Sometimes the network is difficult. Sometimes it's great. So I lucky ticket. But hey, we're happy to be here. Just to kind of touch up on the Prince Johnson show in Nimba now that it has ended. Maybe it's an opportunity for the Mayans to start believing in some kind of political philosophy as opposed to the strongman philosophy. Maybe civic education could take hold. Those are some of the smartest people in the country. Maybe they will teach civics more. They will teach citizenship more. And maybe people will see that you don't just follow an individual. Yes, they may have done some things, and what they say, other people demon, some people heroes. But we look for better citizenship. We look for better representation. And until we can have more of that, we can enlighten our people on what our democracy is, our form of government, what it means. Even look at the actions of the legislators in recent time. That's not reflective of how government should be. So there are a lot of things we have to teach, and I know the people are young, but time is short, because in another 4 or 5 years, people will be making another major decision. Would it be on a tribal basis? Would it be on a strongman basis? Or will it be on a basis of who can move our country forward? So there's a lot of things going on. I think in general, sometimes, on surface, with some of the corrupt people in this government, things may be the same, right? It may seem the same like George Weah, but there's a whole big difference between when George Weah was president and what's happening now in Liberia. The first thing is the mindset in terms of how people feel, in terms of them getting around, and in terms of their personal security. I'm not saying some people are not dying, but I don't think the mentality of being threatened is prevalently how it was under the George Weah government. I don't think the insecurity around free speech is as prevalent as it was. And yes, the United Party, we got to respect their press, their political press, because they are able to come in waves to respond to different things. But I don't think it's as life-threatening or has that potential that it was in the last administration. So that's a big difference that people may not know. And honestly, folks, the George Weah government for that 6 years, when somebody said they didn't do work, they didn't do work. In many ministries and agencies, there were no reports. There's no data. There's no foundational continuation when they say government is continuity. So work is being done. Foundations are being built in some of the technical places, but it's not evident for people to see that progress is being made. That's why when I was talking to the guy from Nimba in terms of assessing some of these accomplishments and seeing where they are, we got to dive a little deeper than superficially seeing a project has been completed. So all of those things are things that are happening, but I think this government needs to do a better job of articulating efforts, not just a press conference at the Ministry of Information. You know, it's not enough. They need to do more. And we as Liberians ourselves will need to do more in terms of where we want this country to go, demanding more. Like Francine just said, let the government tell us the arrest agenda. Let them break it down into little bits and pieces for us to know what they really want to do, what they are doing, not just making promises or explaining all the problems from before, but sharing the solutions and allowing us to track some of those solutions. That's the way to go. So, you know, I'm happy for this platform. I'm happy for the show. Hopefully we can continue to grow, but let's be very substantive and like intentional in our approach to disseminating information. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Albert. Let me say this. Don't forget, we got a long week ahead of us. Don't forget, next week, by Monday, we should be receiving information from the Supreme Court. That's a big one coming up because, you know, the Supreme Court going to go on recess next week. And again, they must give that ruling before they leave. All of them. And my own Oma saying, yo, she got to put that thing on, tell them before she leave. And let me say this, so Honorable Wissey and the rest of them, Honorable Johnson, and all of them, they got to make a decision because it's only fitting, it's only good for them to decide for the sake of the Liberian people. So next week will be very busy. Also want to say to all of you, we'll be having some Nimbadians on the show as we talk about Prince Johnson and the way forward for Nimba tomorrow. Don't miss it. It's going to be very interesting. Sunday is one-on-one with the CEO of the roundtable, and we're going to have a surprise guest for you. Again, I will say this to you. If you go into the app that established the FIA, right? I just put it in the chat room, it's there. It's only good for you to read it, whether they have the authority, because people are saying Stanton, but the FIA do not know. When we come up with this information, we go back and dig. I think I sent it to you, Clinton, before Mr. Duaru come in. I think I sent it to you, Clinton. Let me read it real quick. Sorry, Duaru, we'll go to Glennie first, then you come in. Let me read this real quick. It's just go there and find it because it's, oh my God. Let me see if I get it quick. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think this is it. All right. So if you go there, you're going to find this. How? Okay, it's not coming out. That's fine. Who gave them the power? I mean, how they got the power under the act creating the FIA? Yes, they can go after MedTech and other institutions for money laundering.
Financial Intelligence Unit. Just listen to the name.
Yeah.
I don't know why
people are angry. They say, oh, they don't have that right. They shouldn't do it. No. Government, ministry, agency, commissioner, quasi-government agency, institution, state-owned enterprise, state corporation, public agency, and other similar
commercial, everything.
Non-for-profit, everything. Listen, I just want to put this up, but again, it just gave me hard time. Let's go to Sis Glennie, and maybe it will come up when the computer allows. Sis Glennie?
Great show. Good being here. Lots of things happening in our country. Happy pre-birthday to the president of Liberia, Joseph Yema Boyka. 80 years is no joke. Why that? Is that what? Is that 3 scores and 10 or 4 scores, whatever is described in the Bible? I'm sure. I wish my dad lived up to 80 years, but he didn't. So happy birthday to President Boyka. The issue with Liberia is an important thing for all of us. And every day we come here, we talk about Liberia because we want better for our country. It is important that Joseph Yema Boyka as president continues to show the Liberian people that he is the leader that they wanted, a progressive style of leadership where we don't keep talking about things and nothing is done about it. We want to hear about these things. A story about the Liberian insurance company is something of interest, should be of interest to every Liberian. When these things are happening, we can't just talk about it, no redress and all of that. These things are important, and they're important for the upkeep of the government. To Jeremiah Kuhn, I feel so wholeheartedly that he is now the leader of Nimba, and that's a good thing for me. But whatever the Nimba people, they own their county, they can say what the pastor will talking Nimba people business, but you know that Liberia business, so we're talking inside. But I'm seriously rooting for Jeremiah Kuhn, and I think he can make a difference. He can bring the people of Nimba together, and also help Nimba and help other Liberians walk through this healing process that we all need for everything that has happened in our country. Thank you.
Glendy, thank you very much. Beautiful. Thank you, Glendy.
Yeah.
I think it's 4 score, right? 1 scored at 20, yeah?
4 scores. 4 scores.
4 scores.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Eduardo.
Well, I will follow Sis Glendy on wishing the president happy birthday. I wish him more health, more minds to open, more direction for our country so he can govern this country properly. Happy birthday, sir. We wish you all the best. And to the people of Nimba County and those who support Honorable Prince Johnson, my sympathy to you. To those of you who heavily oppose Prince Johnson, I equally understand where you're coming from, and it's equally justified. He was a sitting senator with by good. He was a Liberian, and everybody who take a position on Prince Johnson, I think they're justified in their position when they understand that. But Ozzy said something that I want to reiterate what Ozzy said. The government has to better market this government. If they're doing something in the agencies, if they're building the infrastructure or the institutions to strengthen them to be able to deliver to the people, they got to market that more, make it more visible so that people can see that something coming. We cannot be behind closed door if we're doing something that is positive and the people don't know what's happening. They're going to keep making these claims that the government is doing nothing. Now, I understand sometimes when we come on the airwave and we highlight some of the ills in government, it kind of takes away from your push, but it's not my job. You got Fagan over the LBS. He has a responsibility to push the government's agenda. We have to deliver to the people. This is not optional. We don't say this. And Honorable Boyka, for people around you that say the likes of Stanton or Dwalu or the guys on the airway that criticize you, we care about your legacy more than you will ever imagine because you made a promise to this country. People walking, poo-poo water. Can that mean something eventually? Or are we just going to neglect it and say, you know what, wrong? It doesn't matter. The papi already won. He's not coming back. This is far beyond you, sir. This is by your children, your grandchildren. At one time, our grandfather was president of this country. We say this about Charles D.B. King today. We say this about the Tubman. We say it about so many other presidents. Should we say this about you as well? The only reason why we continue to push this narrative that Honorable Boyka must deliver what he claimed he was going to deliver to our republic because it came out of his own mouth. That he was going to love Liberia. He was going to build Liberia. And this is what we're asking for the building of Liberia. We want a small, meager resources being siphoned off by people that cannot account for it. We can't continue to make the argument, say, oh, Ellen Johnson said he made the same argument. My children are qualified for the position. This isn't about qualifications of a position. If it's something is nepotistic in intent, it's negative heavily. Liberians are qualified all across the globe. Distribute that, bring new brains, new minds into the fold so we can expand this country. Mr. President, happy birthday, but we must govern. Thank you. Come on there.
Come on there.
Look, I think this is a great show. Always a great show. I hate to come here. When I come here, I want to talk about Liberia and Liberia on a broader perspective, I hate to, appear as a CDC spokesperson because I'm not. But I was in Liberia from 2018 to 2022, and work with the WAS Commission and then the Ministry of State. I have my own issues with the party. The CDC is structured. I have my own issue with the governance style of President Weah. And I have made those feelings very clear. I've been public with them. I've been very critical of the administration. But I cannot in good conscience say that in the 6 years that the CDC led Liberia, there was nothing good, because I personally was involved with some of those very, very, very good things that happened in the country. I believe that President Weah is no doubt one of the most peaceful presidents in the country. And under his administration, he actually championed free speech. We had not a single political prisoner in the country. We had not a single journalist in jail through our 6 years. And so we cannot say that Liberia had a security issue. I mean, the security issues that we're seeing in 11 months, we didn't even see it under the CDC administration. And so, good show. Happy birthday to President Boakai. Like you said in the beginning, I will hope that we scale down the birthday celebration just because of the larger economic issues that we are facing, and also because of the death of a fallen statesman. We look forward to what happens with the Supreme Court next week. It's going to be an interesting and historic time for our country. That ruling is going to decide the course of what happened to the National Legislature over the next few years. So let's see. Do
we have political deaths? I'm just curious.
Let me play this. Look, while I close, let me play this. Right, so something happened. Prince Moyi recognized on a program, how you call him, Richard Kuhn, as the speaker. So let's listen to this.
Chairs our committee coming from Bon County. So I want to say to the new leadership, thanks ever so much, so many of them, for looking into Bon County. I'm sure they're going to put up their best to ensuring that the new team can steer the affairs of the house in a way that the members will be pleased. In a way that the member will be pleased, because at the study fashion sometimes can bring somebody in. Now while we in the Senate, we have made it our business to be transparent as much as possible. So you and I.
He is recognizing the majority black Senator Prince Moyi. You know, generally the Senate position that they have not recognized Richard Kuhn. Yeah, it's Prince Moyi recognizing the majority black and the new leadership. Yeah, it's Senator Prince Moyi recognizing Richard Kuhn. Let's play this other clip.
Richard Kuhn. So it's a wonderful thing.
You hear the name Richard Kuhn? Pay attention.
Richard Kuhn. So it's a wonderful thing. Medina will be remembered that the second speaker of the 55th legislature.
You hear that? The second speaker of the 55th legislature. So Prince Moyi is on tape. And, you know, they say one thing in the Senate and they do another thing. These guys have the mind made up, right? And it's up to them. But these are the same thing we're saying over and over and over again. They are lying to the Liberian people. They have taken position already. And the rest of it is just season 1 and season 2. Like Mama said. Maybe one for season 3. But I don't know what you're going to say, folks. Here we are again. Prince Moyi, they have cut the card. They have recognized Richard Kuhn, the second speaker of the 55th. Okay, you asked me today, what gave the power to run to FIA? This is it. It's in the eye. 67.3, functions and power of the Financial Intelligence Agency. Read it. It's there. They got right to go after MedTech. MedTech people, the allegation are they stealing. LRA people, they are stealing. Those allegations are big. And the government, they just sit and watching because you know what? Who's the lawyer? Ask yourself. Ask yourself, who's the lawyer?
Governor
Who's in
Clinton.
this government? Who in this government? Who taking the court? I mean, this is a whole cartel. We're talking about millions of dollars. So
Send them for Radio Land, let them hear the people's statutory responsibility for the FIA.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, for Radio Land. And up here, the FIA shall receive, request, use, and have unrestricted access to public, non-public, like as I said, and restricted information as deemed necessary by the FIA to carry out its duty, functions, and powers. Require, request, and receive disclosures of information submitted by reporting entities, government ministries, agencies, and commissions, quasi-government agency or institutions, and state-owned enterprises as specified in the AMI Act in the form and manner prescribed in regulation issued by the FIA. So they have a broad overreach. For anybody to say they don't have any statutory responsibility or they don't have any authority to demand from MedTech, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely best. Yeah.
Please read 67.2. 67.2 even more powerful. Just
I put it back on. Say the missing 67.2.
I put it in the chat room. If you can share it, it will be good.
Okay. Let me look in the chat room real quick. So because people, we need to stop that. And even if they did not, if they have this responsibility to come in and 67.2. Let me see this.
The whole basis of the establishment of that agency.
Okay,
they can ask for anything, look at anything.
They said, there is hereby established independent and autonomous agency to be known as the Financial Intelligence Unit. Number one, serve as a central national agency of Liberia responsible for the receipt, analysis, and conduct preliminary investigations of suspicious transactions or activity reports. Currency.
And you can just stop right there.
Yeah.
Suspicious transaction.
Yeah. Anything.
Anything that goes on in the country, FIA can go ask you questions, investigate.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Not just public, but private as well.
Prince,
yes.
Spring Boy, is he the leader for the senator then? Or he's starting on a majority block?
Prince, okay, so you want me to honestly
because
so
I understand if the people ain't speak together here, the senator not coming out to give one voice or to recognize. Why is he coming in? He's starting on a majority block?
No, you know why? So Yombly spoke to a reporter from OKFM and saying the Senate have taken a position not to go with anyone till after the court ruling. Prince Moi, Emmanuel Nukwe, and the rest of them that supporting this removal didn't like it. So Prince Moi is now reaffirming with all necessary insurance from National Insurance Company of Liberia that they're supporting Richardson.
So Prince Moi is a formula for the senators.
Prince Moi, they are the supporters.
I see.
You know how my Ellen supported Chastity.
Yeah.
So Prince Moi is supporting the removal.
The people that when they came home, they work what he do there, he jump on different work now.
As a Batoba, the Financial Intelligence Unit at the time, it was not the FIU. The FIU, they froze my account in Liberia, by the way. They came to my business to question me. So they can go out. Yeah, they have frozen my account before. Oh no, Coffee. What's his name? Coffee was the.
I like Coffee.
Yeah, they froze my account in Liberia.
The kind of thing, individuals, commercial, everything.
Yeah.
So you got to understand this, right? The people that are limiting the function of the FIA because they want the cut. What is happening at MedTech is very, very wrong, right? And people, when we were doing the investigation, so I got all the documents, folks. I will share it with you. They are sensitive. And folks saying, but Stanton, what do you expect us to do? When this thing go to executive mansion, ministers from the executive mansion kick it back. And how painful it is. They kick it back. So everything, Double Jala said, but you're looking only at me. But man, people in the government, man can talk, you have a good night. May God save the state. May God bless.
Can I
us.
ask if there's an
Yeah.
implicit understanding that women can talk all, but men can talk all? I just
Yeah,
want to.
that's the
No, I
implication.
get this. I get this. I get this thing to say. I get this thing to say. Oh, woman can do what men can do. That I say.
No,
true.
that's not how they say.
How
They
they
say what
say?
men can do, women can do better.
Do.
What
Yes.
men cannot do, women can do better.
Yes, I
I
agree.
agree.
So let me
That
say
is-
this. Let me say this. What men can do, the women can do better, right? But what the women can do, the men can never do. That close.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Somebody
So-
challenged that theory on Facebook. Let me tell you how they challenge the theory.
How?
Let me repeat it. When he said, what men can do, women can do better.
Well, what men cannot do, women can do better.
I don't know that cement story that I may look for a job. What people do? So how
The other man, she was in the street, she said, anything men can do, I can do the same thing. So the man took her clothes. He said, took her clothes and she...
Y'all good night, everybody. Have a great holiday.
Good night.
See you tomorrow by God's grace. Clinton, thanks as always. Ava, I know as always, man. Don't forget, Dwadu will be here tomorrow. He's off tomorrow.
Let me
ask you a question, right?
You know what? Let me email you right now. I just got this stuff from the lawyer. Everything has been finalized now. I just got it from the lawyer. So tomorrow I will be at the bank. Let me send it to you.
You're gonna email
Hey,
me too?
why you say that thing in front of Steto? Steto,
Wait.
I just got it today. I just got it finalized today.
Wait. So Dwadu, you want to email me too? And on the thing?
Yeah, I will send you the blank email because what happened was I ended up printing 275,000 shares to begin with. But you will read the document. I will send it to you. Let me send it to you right now while I'm sitting in front of the
So
computer.
Dwadu, let me ask you a question real quick before you go.
Yeah.
You make $270,000 a year. How much you make a month?
My man, about lead that team center.
How much you make a month? If you break it
Divided by
down.
12.
Yeah, divided by 12. Go ahead. Tell them
So
when
you
I'm
make-
to y'all. Tell them
Well,
when I'm to y'all.
2,500 a month.
Tell them when I'm loud to y'all. I want to hustle yet.
It's not a lot. It's go on Google right now and just check. It's public information.
Google generalize it. I say Google take a ballpark, right?
But you're coming in with almost 20 years experience, Wadu.
I got 25 years experience, but
exactly. So it means that with that experience alone, you already lock in at least 179,000.
You lock in maybe 75,000 to begin with.
No, not with 25 years, bro. Don't do this.
Don't start lying.
You got somebody that we know, right?
Six for you.
Ava.
6 for you.
Ava.
No, you know what 6 for you. That one will give it to you.
We got somebody that we know, right? They went to school for this thing. They say they got to do, right? I'm not calling any name.
Yeah.
They went to school for it. They say they can do it because they won't be making over 6-7 digits.
Yeah.
The first one, that was said, they can make it. It's the commitment. It's the seriousness you put in it. It's not because Guado going to make 275,000 maybe I won't make my own overnight. It's the commitment. It is the willpower, and I'm not calling anybody's name. I will keep my straight on.
The only thing I don't like about this thing, you deal with too many contractors. It just it's killing me.
Dwalo, I think that's an opportunity for you to get more Liberians into that whole logistics and supply chain.
No, I agree because I wore all the contracts, and I mean, from landscaping to trash removal to supplies of any kind of equipment through the Amazon branch, I just take care of it. But it's a lot of work. But Stanton, it comes.
It is. You know, my nephew is into robotics though. He did a.
Oh, we got a lot of robots. A lot of robots.
So let me get this story real quick, right? Don't forget, the month ends tomorrow. And September 9 is around the corner. We are hearing different things about December 9. We are hearing different things about December 9 on the International Corruption Day. Sanction, no sanction, but something will be released. Okay? So the first week, which began Sunday, it will be a very, very important week to watch out for. A lot of stuff will be happening. So I want to say to all of you, keep your eyes open. Folks are watching. A new day in Liberia. Time is of the essence.
Yeah.
Dwadu, thank you very much for coming on Spoon. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. You know, Liberians go into robotics, man. They're hiring a bunch of these robotics kids, man. I mean, the guys are putting out a lot of robots. Most of the floors are all robots.
You ain't got his patent already. I said, I hope you take care of your uncle.
Nelson Raya, I didn't know he was my in-law. Yesterday, at the Thanksgiving program, my grandmother-in-law saw Nelson. She said, that's my grandson. I said, are you sure? She called Nelson father's name, Nelson mother's name. And Nelson, may your man so rest in peace. She said, Nelson man passed away. I didn't know anything. She said she been looking at Nelson. She been following the name. She gave me the whole story about Nelson, who named him after his grandfather and everything. I was like, wow, that's a small word. So Nelson, on this, we cannot have nepotism. I gotta let you go.
Oh man, ask for promotion. Ask for promotion. Ask for promotion.
Not applying the private sector.
Yeah, have a good one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I said, let me send this to you right now before I run away.
Yeah. Nelson, good night, and we'll see you tomorrow by God's grace, as always. Now we are family, you know. It is why it is. I will keep on the family picture here and still small. Bye-bye, man. See you later.
Okay, sir. Well, folks, again, we appreciate everyone for being here tonight. Thanks for joining us on Spoon Talk. We appreciate your contribution tonight. Thanks to the many of you who called from the very start of the show. Thanks to our many folks across Radio Land joining the show every night from across the world. We appreciate you. Thanks to our followers on Facebook, on Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV. We appreciate you as well. Till we come your way again, my name is Nelson Collier. Have a good night. Up next will be the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon. Thanks to everyone for following tonight. Telvin Payne, Robert Clark, Sidiki Komala. Thanks to all of you. Maximum, and I see Sarah Johnson is here as well. And Mary Brown. Thanks to everyone for joining us tonight. You can join us tomorrow. Spoon Talk will be back on the radio, the final edition of Spoon Talk for the weekend. And then on Sunday will be one-on-one with the CEO, at which time Spoon Talk will take its regular weekend break to be back on Monday. Until then, have a good night and happy holiday to Liberians across the country, across the world. Liberians celebrate William V. Stockman's birthday every year on the 29th of November. So it's been a busy day, a holiday in the country when Liberians have been, just taking out some time for themselves to rest and do some other things. And I wish everyone all the best. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. And bye-bye for now.
Yes, sir. A special one.
from the CEO, Stanton with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South and Band. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat keep on graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba.